Hello, Daisy. How are you? Welcome in, guys. My day's going pretty good. Got up. First of all, waking up is always good. And then made our game plan. My game plan for our weekend goodies that we're doing. Oh man, that is expensive. Hey, welcome in, guys. We're gonna make some treats today. I have some orders to do for dips today, and I also want to just try to troubleshoot some stuff. We're just gonna mess around today, so it's nothing serious. I have some ideas I just want to try. If they work, they work, and if they don't, they don't. So I might fail, I may succeed. You may watch me do either of those. So. I have some orders from customers that probably is for Super Bowl, I would assume. And then tomorrow I am going to do a Super Bowl edition cooking live where we are going to make snacks, dips, cookies, things like that. So I will be live. Hey watcher, I will be live again tomorrow for cooking for the Super Bowl for snacks. So what should we get into first? Okay, so I did get inspired. Let me take a quick drink of my root beer. All right, so I did get inspired by these, candy wafers. They're strawberry cream flavor. And usually I just get my own, white almond bark. However, I did not like almond bark until I tried Aldi brand. Now there is a Ghirardelli one that's probably pretty good. However, price wise, if you're making them, for gifts or to sell or things like that, Ghirardelli is going to be really, really super expensive. So I make sure instead of saying, chocolate covered, I just say covered treats, or however you want to say that. You don't want to lead anybody to believe. Besides, this isn't chocolate, no matter if you get Ghirardelli or whatever. Hey, girl, hey. Almond bark is almond bark, no matter what the package is. So usually different ones will use different oils. Maybe that's what makes it different. I don't know. But I do really like the almond bark from Aldi. And this is the chocolate almond bark. So this is the same exact thing, but it does have cocoa powder in it. I think cocoa powder. Yep. Cocoa powder. So again, if you want to make some chocolate covered pretzels, you want to do some chocolate covered strawberries, even now I don't do my Buckeyes with this. I'd use milk chocolate and semi sweet chocolate chips like Ghirardelli, really good ones. Yeah, go ahead. Baking question. I'll answer it if I can. So this is really, really good. And it sets faster than actual chocolate. Like your semi-sweet chocolate chips or whatever, when you dip that, it takes quite a while for it to actually, harden up. So I did some of these on live the other night. They're nothing fancy. We were just messing around. I've never really used the colored wafers before. So we did some. These are just white with red on them. The red wasn't quite warm enough, so it got a little thick. But we were just messing around on live, seeing what we could do, and made some pretzels. Here's another package of them. So we are going to make some pretzels today. I'm going to let you guys see me do a caramel wrapped pretzel. So that one's a new one for me to do. I did it like years ago. So with that one, we'll get back to this in a second. So with that, we're going to take these Werther's caramels. Now, you can make your own caramel, and I have made my own caramels before, but for the sake of time and all of that stuff, it's better off just to do this. In my opinion, these things are so good. Oh my God. I gotten some of like a month and a half ago because my plan was to have all my Valentine stuff. I was going to just make like prototypes or whatever, so that way I could put them on my webpage and all that stuff. But then I ended up in the hospital with kidney stones and was in there for 2 days and just kind of got behind. And then in the meantime, we all decided we would eat the caramels that I'd gotten and the Oreos and all the other stuff. So we had to get new stuff today. So when we do these, we're just going to use these bagged Werthers. And then what we'll do is I'm going to put gloves on. We roll these really thin. Can you make caramel by putting sweetened condensed milk? Yes, 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 yes. That is a good one. I'm going to say, hi, get back to work. Yay, thank you. Thanks for stopping in. Watcher, I can answer that for you right now. If you get... Okay, so if you take a can of sweetened condensed milk, and you know what? Let's just do it on this live, and then I can post it later. All right, let's take your knife. Some of them come off easy. If it doesn't come off easy, yep, this one. Okay, so you just take any type of, I had ordered a specific brand, the Eagle brand for, what was I going to make? Oh, I know, I was going to make fudge, but it literally says only Eagle brand. Do not use anything, do not use anything else but Eagle brand. So I was like, okay, Eagle brand. And of course, Walmart brought me their brand, and I was like, damn it. Even though I said no substitutions. They don't listen half the time. All right, so if you have a crock pot, you can put it on high. Hi and hello and hey. If you have a crock pot, you can do several of these if you wanted. You'd have to put them on high. I would say at least all day. What I usually do is I just do one at a time, or I'll do like a spaghetti pot size. So what we're gonna do is you just take your can of sweetened condensed milk, and now we're gonna cover it, and it has to stay covered. Absolutely has to stay covered. You do not want this can to become exposed to water because it can make it just, blow up. So don't do that. All right, so I'm gonna fill that with water, and I'm just gonna stick it on a back burner because I'm gonna be doing stuff in the kitchen anyways. And I would say I like to do mine for like 2 hours. So see with this pan, it's a little bit tricky. Hey, Shorty, how are you? So see, it's covered in there. Now, since I'm going to be right here, I will just, keep an eye on it, and I'll add some water if needed. So that's the biggest thing. Make sure you use a big pot so that way it covers it the whole time. You don't want these to explode in your kitchen. So I'm going to stick this on here, and I'm going to stick it on almost high, and it's like 340. So around 540, that will be done. I'm not going to set a timer because I'm going to have other timers going. So just trying to stay warm. I'm sure you are. So Watcher, we've got your caramel cooking now. So this is the Watcher's caramel is what we'll call it. So these, what we'll do with these, less water in our crock pot. Exactly. Yep. You would lose a lot less water, especially right now. It's so dry, even though it's Florida. So I'm going to put gloves on later, and then we're going to roll these out like snakes. We are making all kinds of treats. We're just trying some stuff today. We're going to dip some stuff in chocolate. We're going to wrap some pretzel sticks in caramel, which is what I was talking about here. I got some strawberry cream candy wafers, and I'm going to do kind of like my own twist on a shortcake pretzel stick, if that sounds good. I have some orders, and I have orders next week for Valentine's Day, so I'm just kind of trial and erroring a few things. Caramel brownies, yum. Quick tip, if you're ever at Aldi, get their brownie mix, and I'm telling you right now, best brownies I've ever had. Yes, I have my handy dandy table out here today for all of the extravaganza, because when you're nothing from Gabster, as of yet. Ooh, I love crispy cocoa pebble treats, or fruity pebble treats are also really, really good. German chocolate, yep, that's really good. I've had that. And then my husband, I told him we need Rice Krispie treats. Oh, that's fine. Can you make turtles? I can make turtles. So in the dipping industry, if you will, they don't, well, some of them do. Most of the time when you get like a dipped, someone told her, oh, I hope she did. I really hope she did get served. I really do hope she did, because that'll be the beginning of a great week for her, if you know what I mean. But anyways, most dippers that make like chocolate covered stuff or whatever use the packaged Rice Krispie treats, and that is because, I'll show you, like, it's a simple reason. See how sturdy they are? They're nice and hard, and they keep their shape. So most dippers, you know, they'll get their stuff out and they'll, like, I'm not going to use this for an order. They reshape them really well. And then they just pop in a stick and then they dip it. Some bread. Yeah, I can do some bread. I'm going to be dipping some stuff. Do you? Walmart. I needed a snack. So I opened this on purpose. Oops. Okay. Shit. Fuck. Babe.
What?
Oh, shit. There's a fire in the kitchen. A legit fire. A legit fire in my kitchen. Oh, my God.
What the hell was that?
The wrong burner was on. That has never in my life happened. Well, did you guys get that? Always something. Just watch out. We need to scrape it.
Here. Put the thing out on the floor. It's still flaming.
I just need something to put this shit on. Put a paper towel on top of that. Look, my stickers!
Not all of them.
I turned this burner on to cook, what was it, boil water, and I turned the front burner on instead of the back burner. Because this one's different than our old stove. Right behind you. Oh, that's what I was looking for. Just a mild issue? That's a good question, because it went off the other day when I was making bacon. Ha! Watchers, not your fault. That's all right. Look, it's cleaning right up. Hey, you missed a fire. You missed a fire. Yes, we do have a smoke alarm. It went off the other day. That was wild. It's because there was paper. Okay, I'll show you what it was. This was sitting on top of the burner. And it had like stickers and like plastic bags and like stuff that I use for packaging. And hey girl, you just missed it. Caught my stove on fire for a second. Never in my history of life have I ever had a fire in the kitchen.
Can you just set that over there for a second?
I'll trash this. Here's the residuals. Welcome in, all 160 of you that watched me late. Yeah, we definitely need some battery replacement. So we've got some tools here. I'm sad about this though. Those are expensive. My stickers, my product stickers. It could be worse, you're right. Honestly though, like, that was crazy. Thank God, I had this little thing of water. It doesn't smell as bad as it fucking should, that's for sure. I'm opening the front door. Well, if that don't razzle you up in the day. Our old stove had the buttons different, so I have my brain trained to turn the other switches on, if that makes sense. Teamwork, exactly. Everybody got blazed in my live. Another home cleansing. You're right. He does help. They said it's so sweet you help. Are you kidding me? He's amazing. I think I feel the burning of the plastic now. I think my adrenaline caused it to not be able to smell. Look, nothing happened. How was it all? Why is that like that?
I don't know.
Well, that has nothing to do with what I did. What a day. I'm so much fun. Well, that's good at least. At least I'm fun. We would have been waiting a while for that to be boiling. Is it off center or something?
It's the top.
Well, we just got it, so you could say something, right? I think you should. Now what do we use to get the rest of that off? I think it will buff off, don't you? See, I was going to do it again.
The scraper.
I almost freaking turned on the wrong side again. My God. So, because we are very calm people. Like, yeah, I get loud and like, oh, there's a fire. But for the most part, we are just very chill, like yelling and panicking. How new is this stove, Aaron? 2 months? 2 months. He says nothing's wrong with it. Nothing's wrong with it. But yes, it's 2 months old.
Can't blame the stove when you made the mistake.
You what?
I said we can't blame the stove for your mistake.
That's right. Look.
You turned the wrong burner on.
Hey. Uh-oh. What is it? Why does it smell like that? Well, I have a habit of using the burner or the handle things. Like, bad habit. I have them switched in my head. So I had a basket of stuff sitting on the stove, which is fucking a no-no when you're in the kitchen anyways. And I turned on the wrong burner. And look at that. Handmade. Think I could still use them stickers?
Everything. Yeah, I thought there was a fire or something. Really bad. My eyes burned.
Sorry, guys. But look. This comes off too. It just needs we'll use our buffer thing, but why do it right now? Because I'm going to be cooking, so. There was a fire. Like, thank God this is on live, you guys. Everybody needs a big boy. Everybody. So we got that. That was safety and first aid. That was part 1 of our live. How do you calmly and effectively handle fire and home safety. So if you're still around, actually I think there's more of you. The flames brought in. Now we have 178 people.
Went from riches to rags and back to the old Mike.
Oh shit. The other one's bad. Dad's gonna have to do something.
He might, but as of right now, it's not horrible. Because I use this while...
So you just got those at Christmas, right?
Yeah, it's a malfunction.
His headset malfunctioned, so...
But anyways,
Babe? I was like, babe!
What I'm going to do is I'm going to use this when I'm gaming with him.
Okay.
When I'm gaming by myself, I use the other one, because that one works with game audio.
Okay, so you got it figured. So, and then what Dad's gonna...
Return the... If he can. If he can't, I'll just do this for now.
Okay.
Until I have enough money I'll buy a new one.
No, we'll figure it out. That was a Christmas gift. We'll make sure that if they malfunction, then you're going to get a new set.
Yeah, like, all I do every night is...
I'm missing comments. Hold on.
We're getting on Rocket League, right?
She probably had a small kitchen fire earlier today. Maybe that was the sign she got served. See, God and Spee. Who comes in? As I said, maybe the fire was a sign that she got served. And who comes into the live comments but Goddess? Goddess, I had a small fire. When I say small, it was manageable in the kitchen. So, and it just happened. And yeah. One time I got in a car accident, a little fender bender. Somebody hit me at a stop sign. And I called him and I was like, babe, somebody just hit me from behind. He's like, did you call the police? I was like, no, I wanted to call you first. It was a manageable fire. We had a little bit of fire safety. But, I guess I didn't cleanse my house yesterday as well as I thought. So now we're going to get back to it. We're getting back, staying focused. Did you hear that slamming doors? Because I have this one open. The crosswinds. See, I do have my window open today. It's beautiful. Hey, it happens the best. The other time I had a malfunction in the kitchen, because I really never have shit like that happen. But the last time I was on a live, not the last time, but the last time we had this crazy malfunction, and it was with that freaking stove too. I made pretzels on live and we had to boil them in baking soda water. So the water was boiling and I dumped the baking soda in and it just went all over the stove and it was crazy. Yeah. Goddess, maybe you need to have a trip to Cape Coral so you can come and cleanse my house with me. Maybe that's it. No, that wasn't that long ago. And I've never, ever done stuff like that. So maybe it's the stove. Maybe I need to cleanse it more. I don't know. It's craziness. But yeah. I have no idea. All right, let's start having some fun, and I'll answer questions and do all that dumb stuff in between. Oh, I also need to process a pineapple. Let's do that really quick. Just the beginning of it. Okay, so just another little thing we need to do. So this is a pineapple top that my friend Lisa was down here for a couple days, and we took her to a restaurant, and you can get your drink served in a pineapple, and they bring the whole pineapple out, and then this is like the side of it. Well, rather than throwing that part away, you should totally make a plant with it. Not make a plant, but you get what I mean. So if you brought it home and you let it dry, and see, it's still kind of wet, so I'm not even going to really worry about tearing any of that stuff off. So it's calloused now. So now I can just go and plant it in the ground. And if you live up in the northern states or out west where it's cold and stuff, you can do that on the inside. All you have to do is just put it in a pot. Make sure you feed it though, because if it is in a pot, it's just getting the initial potting soil food. So you want to make sure you feed it. Get little plant stakes. You can put banana peels in it. You can put banana peel water, obviously, but you don't want the whole peel in there. I do that for outside. But you can soak your water in banana peels and then feed it. And it takes a minimum of 2 years, and then they'll grow into, you'll get a pineapple, 2 to 5.
Hey, I'm going.
Let's do a hand. Hey, husband.
Hello.
See, you have beautiful chocolate women all the way in California that love you.
I have to go to work.
Yeah, I know you do.
So please don't burn the house down while I'm gone.
You guys are in charge of me. Does your husband like Bean?
Like, for real, you're in charge.
Okay. They want to know if you like...
She's going to burn the place down.
They want to know if you like Beanhead down the street.
Beanhead?
Yeah, Gabby's beau. Her boyfriend, Bean.
Her boyfriend is called Bean?
Well, TikTok has named him Bean. His name is Aaron with an A.
I mean...
But they call him... I want to know why... I think this is why they call him Beanhead. It looks like he might have been laid on one side. Maybe his face looks like a kidney bean shape, or maybe it's because it's small. I don't really know. I didn't... Anybody know why they call him that? Extender mean... Oh, see, next time I said they... Supposedly he has an extender. They have an extender. Oh my God, Reddit said how disgusting. My husband and I were talking about Gabby's sex life. Ugh. I promise you that was not it.
Do I like him? I don't know him. I don't care about him. He doesn't live in my head.
What do you... Okay, so just in general, if a man sits back and watches his girlfriend, his spouse, his wife, mother of his child...
You don't have to even go into all that. I mean, he's a weak bitch, but I'm just saying...
But
I don't know him, so I could care less.
But other than that, that side of it, you do know.
Yeah,
if you sit back and watch your spouse abuse your child, neglect your child, and do nothing. Said it here first. What is that?
A weak bitch. No huevos.
No buenos. Hey. No buenos. And that is right, guys. Oh yeah, the chat likes it. The chat likes it. Who wouldn't like it, right? I have an itch. I'm gonna wash my hands, guys. Ready? Wash your hands.
Somebody's been into my Fritos.
Wash your hands. Those aren't the brand new bag.
No.
The brand new bag is over there.
I know it's not the brand new bag.
Somebody's been into his Now look, I can half burn down the kitchen. Calm.
Don't fuck with my Fritos.
He saw a clip and said, "Who fucked with my Fritos?"
No, I saw that the bag is emptier.
Yes, cowgirl. I had to accept our I don't know. We have to be mutual friends before I can do that. So I sent you a request.
You want me to shut the door?
Yeah, see, here's the other one. No, you can leave it open. It's given a good drop.
All right, I'm out.
All right, see you later. Love you. Be safe. Love you.
Love you.
All right. I'm going to wash my hands before I forget. Obviously, I'm forgetting things. All right, we still have our caramel dip going in the back there. No worries about that. Exactly, good deal today on them chips and the drinks. Okay, there's just one down the corner, girl. Fritos, Cheetos, and Doritos make them. Yes. Now the party starts. One thing, okay. So Paxton, my 15-year-old. I do talk about him somewhat. I don't talk about him a lot because I give him that privacy. When I say talk about him, I mean his autism and all that good stuff. Oh, that is a good deal. I am making wouldn't it be good? I'm making all kinds of treats, and we're just trying some stuff today. We're just having fun. You guys are hanging out with me while I kind of mess with my Valentine's Day treat boards, and I have some dips to make. So I will be making a pizza dip, I will be making a jalapeno popper dip, and I will be making a crab rangoon dip. Yes. And then, I will also be making the wonton strips that I make to go with my crab rangoon dip. Thank you. I'm in my pink Peptos. These are my thrift store pants. So I figured it was a good one for today. All right, let's try to roll some of this caramel. I want to see how easy it is, and I'll decide if I want to make it. Okay, gotcha. Now we should be able to message each other back and forth. Right. Well, okay. Not gonna lie. Now that he's gone, I can talk about him because I hate him. Who does that sound good? Like, no. But he actually, like, some of the stuff he hears me listening to when I'm replaying some of the drama with G, he's like, what? Yuck. You know, like, okay, if you guys hear that, there, it just went. It's because I have this door. It's like the spooky old troll that lived under the bridge. But I have this window open and that door, so I don't know, the canal, I don't know why it does that, but the wind comes off weird. All right, I don't know if it's going to be easier to do it like this. Feels like back in the old days. Yes. Yes. Hey, girl, hey.
Hey.
How are you? How are you? Give me the fire, let the motherfucker burn. Burn, mother.
I just wanted to mess with you.
Man, that is awesome. You called it.
I'm gonna go wash my ass. I'll be back.
All right. Do you know how to drop down? Okay, you do. All right. Now I just have to remember how to go back to my regular setting here. Let's see. I don't remember. Oh, well, I'm going to leave it down so that way when you come back up. All right. So far, so good. We're making worms. Oh my God, we're making worms out of caramel. Truly, this piece, I need to tape this if I'm going to do this because that's going to irritate the piss out of me. All right, let me go find my tape. Oh, problem is I had that somewhere earlier and I don't remember where I put it.
They're not LeBron James. They're not going to score the last. Alright, who's getting back?
Did I mess with you? I went out one door and came back in the other. One day I did that on a live and people were like, what the fuck? Changing my gloves because I touched stuff. Nobody wants, thank you. Nobody wants any of my anything in their rolled caramel. I would personally never buy these from someone because of that. But I know how I make mine. I should have done the tape first. Woo!
Where's Dad at?
Went to work. He went to work today. You know why? Because he wanted to spend the whole day with me yesterday, Drayden. He's already long gone, bro. Were you going to chase him down? Tape doesn't want to stick because it's parchment. I just need to get a silicone mat. Nope. 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 Cleaning up. Now I have this tape. All right. Cleaning my counter with peroxide. Like I do with other stuff. Or I'm just going to make these later because this seems too tedious to do right now, actually. We're doing that later. All right. One thing we are going to do now, though. Nobody wants to watch me roll pretzels anyway. Let's get serious. Okay. Pretzel. You guys. How I get through life, sometimes I don't know, but I do. The hard way. At least I can hear the caramel in the background. Yes, parchment if you do like crumble it up. So we have these strawberry cream candy wafers. We are going to make our own like strawberry crunch coating, if that makes sense. So we got some strawberries. Ooh, it's magical. You know, I'm just gonna do the whole thing because then I have a batch of this made. And then I'm not using Oreo because I don't think for that it really matters. We just want like a vanilla cookie. So let's see. And I am gonna leave the filling in it so that way it adds a little bit of moisture to kind of make it crumbly, like some of it to stick together. So I'm gonna do a whole row of these and we're gonna see how that looks. A lot of this stuff we're just trialing and erroring. Let's see, I'll turn it over there. Oh my God, who unplugged that? Me, I think. All right, it's almost there. Oh, you forgot it. Hey, thanks for the heart me. Okay, so it's almost there. Obviously it needs more texture, but you can see, or it needs chopped up more, but this shows me I would need more cookies in it. So I'm gonna do another row. Because one of my orders for next week is specifically a strawberry shortcake cupcake. Hello, welcome in. I'm just gonna go ahead and do another whole row of these. And I'm gonna go chop those up. I'll be right back. I was starting with rolling caramel, and I'm like, that's kind of boring. Everybody can roll caramel log and wrap it around a pretzel. So I forfeited that. And right now I'm making my strawberry crunch topping that tastes like the crunch ice cream crunch bar stuff. So this looks pretty good. This is the color that you see like when it's on an ice cream bar. So that's what it looks like now. And I get that type of stuff out of the way, so that way as I'm doing other stuff, I can, that's already done and I don't have to worry about it. Dang, look at this. The grocery, or the bags from Dollar Tree literally have like a month and the days that you can like circle like when you put it in there or whatever. Never realized that one. We do have a can of sweetened condensed milk on the back burner boiling to make caramel sauce just for fun. I did almost completely catch my kitchen on fire to do that, but hey, I did that because I turned the wrong burner on. I had shit on the burner on the other one, so here we go. Here we are. I wanted to do this first because I didn't want any moisture at all in that. Okay, yes. We are good at water level. We are good at water level. And then my husband has everybody in charge of me now because he had to leave for work. So now you guys are stuck. Now we have one, look at that. So if you want to make it, it's 1 bag of the strawberries from Walmart and 2 lines of the family size? Yes, whatever it is. Artificial family size cookie thingies. So 2 rows of that and a row of the dehydrated strawberries, and you've got your topping. Now these other cookies we'll set aside. We could even dip some of those if we wanted to, and then do like the crumbles of the stuff on top. I do want to make a quick batch of dough, cookie dough. So yeah, that fire was fun. I can't believe that I've never in my whole life ever had a kitchen fire. Like I laugh at people that have kitchen fires. Not laugh at them, because it's not their fault, but you get what I mean. 2 to 3 packages of vanillas. Yep. But usually I'm just like, how the hell do you allow something to catch on fire in your own damn kitchen? Whoops. We did that, didn't we? That sounds like a cold winter's day. It is a winter's day, but it's not cold. I'm just gonna wipe this out. So I'm gonna make my dough in here. We still have more coverage. I am gonna turn it down just a little bit. It's boiling a little bit too hard. So funny. You said something's on fire. Okay, then that doesn't make me feel so bad because you're a chef, so doesn't make me feel so bad. All right. Nope, wrong one. Wrong one. I passed it. No, I didn't. Yes, I did. Wrong section. I'm going to do a mix between butter and margarine on this one. It's for my cutouts. I'm not going to give the exact measurements, but hey, I put it out. My husband helped me put it out and we cleaned it up. So, and nobody died and nobody hit each other, and I didn't tell. He never told anybody to slap me though. Like he wasn't like, oh, ugh. You know, there was no physical abuse. Hi, welcome in. Yeah, exactly. I've been like, we're done here for the whole day. Okay, so margarine versus butter. I like margarine for some things. I like butter for some things. I like Crisco for some things. It depends on what you're making and what your needs are. So with this recipe, I find that I like the butter flavor, which I can add if I wanted to, like a butter extract. But I like the crispiness that butter gives. So I do enjoy the butter. However, it makes it almost a little bit too crispy for me in some ways. And I like it to be just a little bit, the texture to be a little bit different, I guess. So what I do is I use 1 stick of butter and 1 stick of margarine in this specific cookie recipe. Ooh, thank you for the gift. You're amazing. Okay, so we've got both of these in here, and this is still just a little bit colder than I would like it to be, but since it's in the food processor, it'll be all right. We're gonna add let's do our eggs first. Like I tell everybody, I use brown eggs. If they're not brown, they're always at least free-range chicken eggs because they have the most color, which means they have the most flavor. They're treated better, and when things are treated better, they're ultimately going to taste better. Vegetables, animals, it's all the same. So it's good to have quality ingredients. All right, now we're gonna get our flour and our sugar. And I gotta add my sugar. This is the sugar I tend to get, and it's just pure cane sugar. It's all natural, it's not bleached. I just don't feel like we shouldn't have to eat food that's bleached, you know? Dried lizard, exactly. Set off the entire Reddit world because I found a dried lizard under my closet that's like not used. The whole thing's fucking wild. And do yourself a favor. Get yourself a couple of these little containers. They're from the Dollar Tree. Only $1. And everything it's easier to manage and all of that. I'm also going to do the flour. It had been a minute since I had refilled stuff. Yeah, me too. I do love Dollar Tree. Should have been a bill job. So does anybody have plans tonight? Is anybody going out? Anybody doing anything fun? My husband and I are going to go to the cigar bar in downtown Fort Myers, Florida. Our goddaughter sings down there tonight from 9 to 1. If anybody is out and about and in the area and want to go see some live music, it's full band tonight. So they have guitar, drums, all of that. Sometimes they're just a duo. So, oh, your baby shower tomorrow? Is it your baby shower or a friend's? Ooh, yeah, it is cold. Oh, congratulations. Do you know what you're having? Hello, welcome in. Sweet. All right, now we got our flour. Checking our water. Our water is still above the caramel. My counter is full right now of ingredients for stuff that we're doing. Look at all that. And then over here is all the Valentine's, like, whatchamacallit. So I have this is the behind the scenes view, guys. Look at that. I have one tiny area. Oh, shit. That zoomed out. Oh, boy. You're having a boy. Okay. I also need to fix this thing so it's not tilting. All right, back to what we were doing. So for this, we need 1/4 cup. Oh, wait. Wrong recipe. Jesus. Putting this here in front of me so I don't start mixing recipes. All right, so we've got our butter. Now we need some sugar. So 2/3 cup. have ADD, in case you guys didn't, in case it wasn't clearly obvious, I have ADHD. So my counters tend to be full because I have like stuff out all the time. All right, so there's third. I tend to rush stuff too, like when I'm in a live, like you expect, like everybody wants to see it and wants it done immediately instead of just, chilling. All right, making sure I only put one egg in there. All right, let me get my extracts.
All right. Thanks, Dad. Love you. Bye. These headphones aren't working.
The hell?
Yeah.
And for this, I'm gonna do a little bit of almond. This is gonna be a cutout recipe. I'm not gonna cut them out today, but we will be cutting them out this week and frosting them. I don't want to dump it all for fear. All right, and then we're also gonna do a splash of vanilla. And then some salt. All right, checking on that. Okay, and I think that's all we need for this one. Yep. All right, let me find the top. I'm gonna go blend this and I will be right back. Took a little bit longer in here than, sorry if I'm missing comments. If I miss anything and you guys want, like, just go ahead and repeat the question or comment or whatever if I miss it. I really am pushing it with trying to do this with that butter as cold as it is, but it's fine. And then how much flour do we need? 2.5 cups flour for this. Whose energy? My energy? My energy is not. Sometimes, I guess. Did I? Do you think I did put 2? Oh, you know what? You're right. I did put 2 eggs in. So I'm going to double it. I thought I did too. I'm going to double it. Because I was looking at this recipe in front of me and it says 2 eggs. Yep. But you know what I could also do? No. You have a customer giveling. I did put 2 eggs. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna double this, and what else I'm gonna do? Because I'm gonna do 2 batches anyway, so here's what you do. No worries. What a fucked up cooking show today is, isn't it? That's all right. I told you guys, this is unplanned. This is completely chaotic. This is different from like when I'm doing other stuff, so. I'm just glad you guys are paying attention. Because God knows I'm not, clearly. I'm saving this because I'm using it on my other stuff. I'm just gonna move my other. You guys are amazing. If it weren't for you, I don't know where I'd be. So we're just gonna put more sugar in. I just don't know that you guys like me, because if you didn't, you would have just let it happen. All right, so we doubled up on our sugar. Now let's double up on our extract. Gotta get more now. Truth be told, I was kind of being lazy by doing it in 2 batches in my food processor. Anyway, so it's probably why I got bit in the ass. I'll be the first to admit when I make mistakes, though. No harm, no foul. We are still going to use this food processor for something else. We just got the butter blended up. I gotta add more butter in this, though. Get this shit out of the way. It is distracting me. I'm gonna go ahead and soften my other stick of butter just because I'm putting it in my KitchenAid, and that does not break stuff up very well. So I have found if you take your stick of butter and you put it this way in your microwave for like 10 seconds and then flip it this way in your microwave for like 10 seconds, it's like perfect. And I should have just done that to begin with. A lot of times you will notice, and this, because I'm not gonna mask. When I say mask, like when I'm at work, I mask into who I need to be. I am very focused. I'm very serious. I'm very by the book. And same with I'm doing recipes or something for an order and I'm selling it or whatever. This is just me, just unmasked, wild, having fun. So right now I'm making some cookie dough batter. Oh, that is so nice. Right back at you. All right, so we're gonna add our other butter that I originally was trying to be lazy and not melt and do this for. But I learned, because then I'm like, yeah, I do the hardest. But no, it's crazy because a lot of people take me as I'm immature or I'm, I don't know, they don't think I'm smart because I come across very young or very immature or very, I don't know, childlike in a way. That's just because my spirit is I'm just a free spirit. I'm just wild and crazy and fun. And I can't, I'm still like that at work with professionalism. All right, so we're gonna add just a little bit more salt since we're doubling up this batch. Because my amazing chat told me, now long ago I would have been like, no, you're a liar, you're a liar, you're a liar. Okay, sometimes I put cinnamon in this. And quirky, yes, exactly. And it's the tism. It's the tism too. So, you know, growing up in an abused household, I was beat into who I needed to be to fit in. Yes, exactly. We are hippies.
I don't understand that.
Who's talking to me? Why is my refrigerator talking to me? I didn't ask her to understand me. Do not show that again and close. Those of you new in here, some of you are new. But yeah, this is my refrigerator that was talking to me, and I don't know why. It's never done that. But everyone loves this refrigerator, but I never use the fucker, so I will look at it for weather. You know, I should have thought about it because back in the day, we could have done live replays. But since we're here, if you want to watch, look, I can just sell right into it. If you want to watch, I don't know, can I search? Okay. If you want to watch live replays, of my cooking lives, then you can just go to Xennial Hippie and go. Let's see. The one person that likes to bully me. That's just kind of funny. Okay, then. It's cute. But you can made channels. So my videos, I think I have playlists here. And you can go cooking on TikTok live. And there's my different lives that I did. So here's my Asian chicken salad live, my shepherd's pie, party snacks like pigs in a blanket, and here's the meatloaf live that I did to be funny about Gabby. And then you can play it. And of course, there's no outtakes or anything. It's the entire live. Doing a skit, so you're fine. Everything's fine. My kids are like, what the fuck? Because I was playing with Gabby that day. My appointment was good. But I think I tried to bite of something. Portillo's chocolate cake. But so you can do that. Figure write down a recipe or something. I'm gonna try to do something a little bit more I don't know, planned with that. Just takes a little bit of time. I'm gonna come over and pop this on my KitchenAid and blend it up. Now, one thing that was actually kind of funny, when we opened that up, that it went to her, because I really, I guess this is my channel and I can talk about whatever I want, but that chick, I have no idea why she does not like me. I blocked her because I do know who she is. I blocked her so that way she didn't have to see me in her newsfeed, because clearly she doesn't like me, so I blocked her. And then over on Reddit, she posts screenshots of my lives. She makes fun of me for being weird. She calls me crazy. She this, that, and the other. And Rainbow Bright replays, which I know that's what she does. She covers creators. And I know that I'm a creator and I'm going to be covered and I'm going to be talked about, which is fine. I get it. But to not have a reason. All I did was talk about Gabby in some videos, and she is against Gabby. But, hey, how are you? But yeah, like, I actually cannot say, they're complaining that I'm downvoting people over there. I actually don't have a Reddit account because I've been banned on Reddit because I don't know how to follow social rules, obviously, and I was in a different Reddit thing, and I'm friends with the person that actually helped ban me now. But anyways, yes, she is the mean one on Reddit. It's her same name on Reddit as she is on TikTok. It's the same person that's on YouTube. It's all the same name. But I don't know if you guys remember when all that stuff, I have to do the puzzle piece real quick. I don't know if you guys remember when all that stuff went down with the girl, was it Casey or something like that? Remember that worked with Sean and Kaylee and all them? When that happened, I found out she was part of that whole group that helped find information on me or something like that. I have no idea. I have never talked to the person. She's never come to my Rainbow replays. I've never talked to her. I don't know her. I blocked her so she wouldn't have to see me because she says I make her sick when I come into her FYP. Okay, bitch, I blocked you. But I have seen pictures of you. So it's understandable why you hate me. And that's not being a flex of being a bitch. It's just, I understand, girl. I'd probably hate me too. But no, really, I'm not a mean girl like that. And they're like, we've told her how many times she can't sit at our table. What effing table? That's what I don't understand. All I ever did was speak out for a minute against Gabby and her behavior. And then all of a sudden I'm part of something and get Right, we're all just gonna have a party down at Xenni's anyways. I have a whole empty lot. you know. But here's the craziest part about Rainbow Bright replays, and then we're gonna go back to our show because it's fun, is she really wants to rub elbows with Mommy of the Bees. Mommy of the Bees and I are close outside of TikTok, right? So we talk on the phone, we text, we are like absolutely, we're tight as fuck, right? Because we've gone through a lot of the same stuff at same ages. We've both, you know, have been SA'd and things like that, which we talk about. And exactly, I thought so too. They think if I talk about Gabby that I'm trying to stay relevant. Sure, who doesn't want to be relevant in the TikTok world? But I can find relevancy in cooking. I can find relevancy in traveling Southwest Florida, bands, music, daily adventures. Like, I don't need to ride Gabby's coattails to have a platform. I had one before she ever came along. Like, she literally walked past my house. That's how I saw her the first time. And I personally am very happy that I did that video of her. You know, exactly. I'm glad that I did that video of her walking past my house. I almost didn't. Now I'm really glad I did, you know, because then I can, yep, Lynette, you watched me, or you followed me for 2 years. I didn't start talking about Gabby till June. I mean, and then there's the theories that Gabby and I are like this, that like, we're just like, there's no way in hell I could actually be friends with her. I thought I could help her, but she doesn't want help, and I don't have any time for that stuff. Yeah, exactly. Only reason I watch her is when I'm in rooms. Like, I'll go into different rooms because I like the people in the rooms. So I'll hit Watcher's room for a little bit and we'll chat in the live. And then I'll hit, you know, somebody else's. I have silent one. I mean, there's all kinds, and every room is different. So I think of it when I'm scrolling the streets, right? If I see somebody's live, I'll go in there for a little bit, just like I'd visit their house, you know, like, hey, what's up? How are you doing? All right, cool. And if I'm not seeing anything I'm interested in, okay. Like, you wanted to help Joni, exactly. And then they twisted it into something, you know, crazy, because I had told Danny at one point in time that, you know, she doesn't, this is when Gabby wanted hospice. I mean, oh, thank you. Exactly. I want to know. My brain can never be filled with enough knowledge, right? So I want to go everywhere. But it was just crazy. There's just this whole turn of events. But I felt like if anybody could do something, it would take a local person. So I do the Aldi baking powder. I don't have any problem with it. I have it right here. I've got it right here. But then I guess, you know, and I know the whole creator, oh, you're a creator, you're gonna, and I get that, but I just don't understand, like, yeah, you know, go ahead and make, but somebody had like clutched their pearls because they had a troll doll. Oh, hey, but yes, we do need to have, oh, cocoa powder. Yes, I use that too. I use that for different stuff. So I have this as a cocoa powder. We need to get back to talking about, we seriously need to do something like in November, maybe October or November, and do like a Florida like meet and greet down here. I'm serious. Lady Whistleblower, I think it was. Like, she has like a whole RV. Like, we have a lot next door. Yes, exactly. I did try my best. Absolutely. Tried my best. And, you know, that's okay. She didn't want my help. That's fine. But she ain't going to lie about me and say I tried to take her kid. That's what she won't do. I have another one I used to. So, but yeah, I tried to help her and she didn't. But yeah, she didn't want my help. Great, fine. Go your separate way. I'll go my separate way. And then accused me of stalking. Like, Aaron told the police that I stalk her. Like, on live video, the same time the cops were like, yeah, and she needs mental health help, you know? That's all she wants is money and pity. And that's not gonna happen here. And then on top of that, hold on, let me see this. I'm trying to switch this thingy. I always forget how to switch it out. But on top of that, I don't want it to be part of her chaos. Like, her chaos is just insane. I always forget how to go back to like the regular view after I've had somebody. Oh, here. I wonder if they've done my board. No. I had a board, but it won't let me do it. Anyways. But yeah, one thing she's not going to do is accuse me of luring her child at a park. Like, First of all, I've never even been to a park besides like a nature park with no playground. So I don't even, there's no place or time or any of that stuff. So it's crazy. Oh, my stuff's going. Oh, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. So cocoa powder. I do have some cocoa powder from Aldi. And it is good. I like it for some stuff because it has more of a mild flavor. And then I'll get Ghirardelli dark chocolate cocoa powder, which is almost, it's super, super dark. And that, yeah, Betty, I hear you, girl. Exactly. I agree. I'm not going to make videos about her anymore. But when I'm in my lives, yeah, you know. But as far as Reddit goes, if anybody's in here reporting, I back to, Reddit. I don't have one. I can't comment on it. And the person that had me banned would vouch for that. So, because she's like my best friend now. Yeah, it is good. It is really good. All right. Now that this is sat for a minute, I'm going to blend it a little bit more and we're going to get going again. All right, so we've got all of our flour. Checking my water level real quick because it needs some. All right. Water. Gotcha. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Take one for me. Take one for the team. Speaking of, you know what? I'm going to step out for a moment. If anybody needs to have a little treat, go ahead. Now's the time. All right. Had my little medicine dosage. You guys want to see something really funny? Let's see if I can figure out how to do this shit. I never do stuff on here. Okay, let's see. We're going to find a green screen. Found it. All right. Hold on. Let me go to... Are you guys still there? I don't do this stuff. Ooh, shit. I don't do this stuff very often. Okay. Here we go. Let's find it. I feel like the biggest dork. Okay, ready? Are you guys ready for this? Okay. Before I let you read this, I got this Thursday, okay? Have not talked to this person since the whole Duncan thing went, or not the Duncan, yeah, the truth about Duncan came out, okay? And I mentioned, somebody asked me something about Darlene the other day in my life. And I said something about I haven't talked to Darlene and I had no idea what happened. I didn't know what happened until when everybody else did. You guys want to see the text she sent me? Here we go. I've been on TikTok for at least a month. I have zero want to ever go back to that app or any of the people still on there. You need to keep my name out of your mouth. For a month now, I have been drug all over that app. My child's school was called. I wanted to take my own life. I got off my mental health. I got off for my mental health, just like I have preached to Gabby. Today was my father's death anniversary, and you decide to accuse me, I think, of stalking Gabby. Leave me alone. Let me grab the other part of that one here. I'm not as quick at this as everyone else because I don't really usually care, but I thought it was okay. Here we go. Oh shoot, leave me alone, or the courts will handle this. Blah-de-da-de-da. Yeah, how do I take the boxes off? Somebody tell me how to do it. Actually, hold on. Can I? All right. I wish I made you a mod just in case anything happens. All right, now I need to figure out how to get this off. Hold on. I don't ever remember how to get these off. Nope, that didn't do it. I'm really just trying to get one box. And TikTok really makes things hard for that. Anyone? How do I make my box just one? Bada bang. Oh, I found it. They make it really kind of hard to get rid of stuff. Like they make it easy to do it. Like I did my dual camera one day. Can't ever get that off now. Okay, here we go. We're going to go back to the original. And here we are. Yes, I'll read it. This is from Darlene. Thursday. I only cropped it because of her number was in it. Let me go get something. I know what I can do. Well, what's crazy is I thought that I had blocked her. Once I found out that happened, I was like, fuck no. Do not need friends like that. So I'm going to read it, but here, that way it's in the background. It says, I have been off. Okay. Oh, here. It's too hard, but you'll see the last time I talked to her was December. When she threw a hissy fit and threw me under the bus for a bunch of shit and called me all kinds of things. So Thursday, out of nowhere, 9:12 p.m., out with my husband, I see I have been off TikTok for almost a month. I have zero want to ever go back there, that app, or any of the people still on there. You need to keep my name out of your mouth. For a whole month now, I have been drug all over that app. My child's school was called. I wanted to take my own life. I got off for my mental health, just like I've preached to Gabby. Today was my father's death anniversary, and you decided to accuse me of stalking Gabby. Leave me the hell alone. I don't care what's going on with anyone a part of this shit-ass community or Gabrielle Jacobson. I will not allow you to run your mouth about me. Leave me alone, in all caps. This is the only time I will say this, or I will have the courts handle it. Your number will be blocked, as I have zero care in the world to what lie you will come up with. Man, you had an entire group of people going against a human, even though she's the trashiest human we know. But you had like an entire amount of people going against someone for a whole lie that you orchestrated. You orchestrated it all. And you're mad at me because I said that I thought it was crappy that you did that. Yeah, you can go get coffee. You can go get coffee and lie about it. Not my problem. I didn't do that. I can comment about it anything I want. What are you going to do? You're going to take me to court because I said my opinion on something? Are you, Gabby? Because here's the other thing. How did you know if you'd been off TikTok for all these months? How did you know that? I said, thank you for the heart me. How did you know that I said anything? And also, again, here's another weird thing. You know where I live. I don't know where you live because you drove past my house. So there's that. Yes, you did message me. I'll read it again. I'll read it one more time. Because I'm not going to post about it because I don't really, like, the drama alone is ridiculous. It should be over there, Benny. Oh my God, my phone just died. Basically, she said that I accused her of stalking Gabby on her dad's death anniversary or something like that, which, honest to God, I did not have in my appointment book. I did not have the date that her dad passed away. Not because I'm a beast of some sort, but I just didn't do any of that because it was timing. So just not, I have a filter on, but that's kind of cute. I'll leave it. Okay. They're going to be just full of tea and gossip. They're probably going to be terrible. I'm not going to talk about her dad ever. I would never. Yeah, she can wait by me. That's fine. Did not say anything about her father. I read the text. I read a text that said it was her father's date of death. I don't know anybody date of death. I didn't put her. That is not talking crap about her dad. See, I'll just try. Yeah, here comes her minions, pizzas, frozen pizzas. No, she does know where I live. I asked her to come drive by and wave, and because I thought it was cool. But no, I'm not sitting here talking shit about her dad. Why can't I leave her alone, color box? Because Thursday, out of the blue, after I text her in December, Thursday out of the blue, she decides to drop some shitty text about me to me. I put the text out loud that she sent me. If she didn't want to be in it, then she shouldn't have. We have nothing. She lied to the entire TikTok community on any side of it. You know? Hey, boo. Darlene sent me a nasty text and I was just sharing it, and then it makes people. So I know where the people lie that don't like me. Frozen pizza and the clan. Some of them, not all of them. What's funny is the day that Darlene accused me of being a liar and wanted me to come into the live, and I told her I couldn't because I was out at live music with my family. And she called me a liar, that I was deflecting and didn't want to, be confronted. If she would have told me a scheduled time, I would have absolutely shown up for that. But she didn't. And I was out at music and they all wanted me to go to the bathroom and hide and talk to them on their live. And no, I'm not going to stop having time with my friends and family. I did reach out to her first. I did. You want to know the lie I told? I did tell a lie and I admitted to it. So that's the problem. If I would have never admitted to telling a lie, then she would have never even known I lied. But I came out and told her. What it was is, every time I mentioned someone's name, Meg would just do nothing but bitch about them. And I really didn't want to hear it because I like to base my opinion on the person, on them, and what someone else tells me. And I was noticing that trend with Meg. And so she would continually ask me stuff like, well, are you in, because we made that funny video, me, Tiffany, and Darlene did. We made a silly video. We didn't do it together. We didn't do it in front of Gabby's house. We did it and parted it up and made a video, right? Well, then that set Meg off, and she was telling me I shouldn't hang out with these people. Hey, So what did I say? I said, hey, I talked to Tiffany and Darlene, and none of us locals are going to do any of that. So no worries, because I didn't want to listen to it anymore. And I had talked to Tiffany. I just hadn't talked to Darlene yet. So I just said, lumped two people together. La. And I admitted to it. I sent Darlene, I said, hey, I just wanted to let you know I told a lie. And what did she do? She goes live and Xennial Hippie, you're out lying again about me. Like, so yeah, I'm gonna clap back. So if you guys think like you're everybody's strategy just try to catch me in lies. I'm not friends with Gabby. I'm not friends with Meg anymore. I have never seen Cameron in real life with my eyes, my own eyes. I've seen him on videos that Gabby posts. So it's wild. And I'm trying to, people think I'm on her coattails because that's the only way I can get people in my lives. I get about 100 people in my lives to watch me cook. I love it. I love it. I have people asking questions. I have people that are learning things. And every time, I do step away from it. But yeah, like some of this stuff does affect me in my real life. And so I talked about it. But other than that, I'm not going to talk about Gabby as far as videos anymore. And I'm not going to be talking about the situation at hand really anymore after this, just because I am going to do something. I did the live as soon as the detectives were here yesterday. Was it yesterday? Day before? I don't know. My days blur. Thursday. Yes, it was Thursday because Tarlene texted me Thursday night. Okay. Let me see. So you didn't go past or look at Gabby's house and say she wasn't home? Sure you did. I went past her house and said she wasn't there. There's nothing illegal with that. I'll be the first one to admit. I told the detectives there that we're here. I've showed them the videos I made as well. You don't show one side. Guilty people show one side. People that aren't guilty shows both sides. So I said, oh, here's what I've done on TikTok. And I showed them the ones where I was pretending to dig a sidewalk, a concrete sidewalk with a beach shovel that was obvious fake, and when I drove by her house on my way home, because I have to drive past it most of the time, not past it that way, but when I'm coming home, sometimes I'll turn one road before, but not always. I can drive past her house and I can do this and I can do this and I can do all of that completely legal. I can go live right now and walk past her house and wave at her. I can sit on her corner and have a lemonade stand. I can drive around in my, as she says, stupid convertible and go round and around and around the block if I wanted to. I don't have the desire to. Like, she does everything on live. She doesn't go outside. She doesn't do anything. You watch her on live. She's the same off of live as she is on live, I'm assuming. And why are you worried about it when Gabby does it to me? Like, but she's walking and stopping. In the video, didn't show the whole thing because I wasn't getting out of my house to videotape her. But on the live, you see her stopping every few stops and she's looking around and all that stuff. The video that I got her, I waited as I didn't want to go outside. But yes, I lived here first. No, you're right. Sometimes I get, you respectfully did ask a question, and I love these questions. I want them because let's clear up any misconceptions, because I really don't have that many haters, because I really try, until Gab, okay, so like a year and a half ago, I think it's been now. I have some of my people that followed me then on this lemonade, exactly, bake stand. Some of the people started following me a year and a half, 2 years ago when I was trying to go against Joni too. I went through shit with that. Like, I was traveling from Florida to Ohio during that, and I had to go through North Carolina where she lived. And I literally took a sign with the North Carolina sign. I was just like, oh, shoot, look who's about to see me, because I was in the same state as her. It's being snarky. I thought that's what a snark was. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. But anyways, this weird hair thingy. She's never going to get me to move. Never going to get me to move. Nope. She can go. Would you buy some? But then I've met some people locally here in Cape Coral, and the crazy thing, and not to bring this back up, but I'll just go to this because we have the people in the room. Good life, I see you, I hear you, and just know that I'm listening to all of you guys. Just know I am listening. No, we're cooking today. Still, we're doing all kinds of stuff. Exactly, Mia. But I'm letting people because I usually go into other people's lives. What's funny is I have, like, like in the yearbook, like there's like most likely to succeed, most dorky, best looking. We need to have a Facebook yearbook or a TikTok yearbook. I really believe I would probably be the one I could be voted like kicked out of the most lives. I pop in and they're like, get Harry out of here. And then in the back, they're like, oh, I didn't know you were. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Here, I unblocked you. So many people have done that to me. But someone was arguing with myself and watched it yesterday. He was lying. Oh, thank you. Tried saying you knew about D lying. Lying about. I wasn't looking what happened. But no, I know, what's funny is the detectives even said, and they said, what's funny is I don't even like Duncan. Oh yeah. I got some stuff on it now. I got it at Walmart like forever ago. Yeah, what was the lie? And I'll answer that. Okay. I wonder the same thing with Meg. Some people believe they might still be friends and some people don't. That's, I do too. If you guys hear that rattling, it's my caramel syrup back there. But there's that conspiracy that, that her and I are friends. There's conspiracy that Megan, Gabby, and Karen and all of them are still friends. Darlene Lang. Oh, yeah. No, I definitely didn't know. I made a video the day, honest to God, sent Gabby a snapshot, and I'd have posted it. I don't know if I might have put it in private. I'll look. But I posted, I'll go back to that, Pixie. I posted screenshots of the Snapchat that I had sent Gabby, and it was the day of Duncan. And I had not Snapchatted her yet because I was trying to wait to see if I wanted to really help her or not, because I was still, I'd said something in her comments and then she kicked me out, and I waited and observed and stuff. And I had her Snapchat, and she did tell me to message her in the one Facebook thing. She's like, if you're real, message me. So I'm like, okay. And I waited, and then that thing with Darlene happened, and I was irate because I'm like, all right, I know a lot about mental health and psychology and all of that stuff right? And inner I'm sure. And, visual hallucinations are one thing, but saying that somebody was at your place of work when there's zero way that they were, because let's face it, the nail polish was changed. Flip the bird. I know, I love that too. But Darlene had changed her nail polish. She is laying in bed saying she was sick. I was in the Discord and in her chat that morning, and stuff like that. So I can't stand when people lie. So at that point, I'm like, Gabby, you're fucking sick. If you're lying about somebody being in your place of employment and they're not, she wasn't there. Darlene was not there. So I Snapchatted Gabby, and I said, Gabby, Darlene was not there. You can't go online like this. Like, you need help. Please get help. She got pissed and blocked me, which who wouldn't? Like, I would have been freaking pissed. So I made a video about it. Gabby, how twisted can you be? Blah, blah, blah. Because she's trying to tell me about what Darlene's Jeep looks like. I'm like, bitch, I don't care what you say her Jeep looks like. She was not there. And then to find that out, like, thank you for the heart me. I defended somebody that I was like, I really thought was innocent. And that bothered me, because even though Gabby is a trash bag, Gabby is like the worst person on TikTok in a lot of ways. Lying and fabricating a story like that is really pretty wild. It is wild. It is crazy. A lot of people stuck up for Darlene. A lot of people got sucked in and pulled in thrown under the bus for that. And so for her to text me on a Thursday out of nowhere at 9 p.m. and basically tell me to keep my mouth shut, wild. It's just crazy. Just block me, move on. I will never talk about her. She will never talk. This is the only time I'm talking about it. I'm not posting the text or any of that. Oh, I'm sure there's a lot of people that do know her true colors, and you know. Okay, so back to that. Yes, did Gabby call the detectives to her house to tell you about them, or about me? I do not know how that started. I do know that there was detectives at her house. I don't know what caused them to be there. I'm not going to look at the comments for just a second. I'm not going to look at the comments because I'll get distracted and then I'll stutter. But if something is really important and you want to ask, feel free to repost it in a minute. Okay, anyways. So they came, I'm in bed lounging and there's a knock on the door, like the knock, like the cop knock. And so I jump up out of bed and I peek through the window and I see a female, detective is what I thought, because they're in like regular street clothes. They didn't have like a uniform, but I saw a badge, right? So I opened the door and, I said, do you want to come in? Because it's cold and windy out yesterday. So they came in and stood in my living room. I had just had a little treat. So luckily didn't get in trouble for that. But anyways, so they said, is there, do you have any idea why we'd be here? And I, of course I thought, there's no way Gabby did something dumb. And then I'm thinking, no, I 100% really didn't know. So I was like, no, not really. They're like, well, do you know anything about the Gabby Jacobson situation? I was like, I don't know about Gabby, but what does this have to do with me? And they said that they had just been down at her house for over an hour talking to her. And that during that conversation, she asked, or she told them that at some point in time, I tried to lure Cam from a park. I didn't, that's all they told me about it. And I of course said, no, I didn't do anything like that. That I've never even been to a playground park, since I've lived in Florida, because I don't have little kids. I have no reason to be in a playground park. I go to like trail nature parks and stuff, but I'm not going to sit at kids parks. No. And then they asked me, about stalking. They said that she accused me of stalking her. And I said, well, she has cameras all around her house, front, back, everywhere else, because she's shown all of TikTok. I said, can you please check them? She said that she had no evidence for it. And yes, it's outrageous that they have no evidence of it. I said, well, because she made sure that all of TikTok knew that I drive an annoying black convertible, is what she called it, a stupid or annoying black convertible or something. I said, she knows my car, and you're not going to see my car driving around her house. You're not going to see my husband's vehicle driving around her house. You're not going to see me walking around her house. None of it. I said, but what you will see? You're going to see her walking around my house. I had, I think, 4 different videos of different days of her walking past my house, stopping, looking, all of that stuff. I also had the video of her telling people to come find her and square up. I also had the video of her telling people that if they were their spouse or girlfriend, that they would slap the F out of them, because, somebody with a domestic violence history certainly probably shouldn't be telling people to, in fact, commit DV. Let's see, what else did we talk about? Oh, the investigators already knew about her Clam Slam shirt, and they laughed about it because they couldn't quite believe that somebody would be that crazy to wear one out in public. We all know that. Hey. And then let's see, I asked them if they knew about the wig, because I figured, since she's so, yes, I did say something about the wig. So I did tell them that, and they said, yes, they did know about the wig. They said that, they also knew she had been taken down off of TikTok, and they've been watching her YouTube. They are watching her YouTube. They said when things like, that she's doing that's crazy, that they do have to tell DCF. So they, when she's doing crazy shit like this, walking around the neighborhood, telling people to square up and yelling and all that, that is being noted. It's unfortunately a long process. They couldn't tell me any details. They're going to be like, oh, we have this and this and this and this and this. They did ask me about Danny, because I think that's where the whole thing happened. Is I had texted Danny months and months ago, offering to meet her at the park if she wanted to. This was when we were planning to hang out at some point, listen to music. That I do a lot with music. She does a lot with music. We had made plans to hang out and stuff. So at the time, Gabby was looking for respite care for her child, right? She was willing to have a complete stranger come into her house on the weekends to hang out with her kid, right? Because she couldn't handle being a parent. So at that point, I'm like, Danny, that's your child. or your child, that's your nephew, you know, like if you're not doing anything, go over there and pick him up, like take him to the park, take him there, because that's what I do. I educate, I do all of this stuff, right? And she was just, she didn't really say much about it. I said, if you wanted, I could meet you at the park. I'll bring my dog, you know, I can hang out with you while he plays, you know, my dog is a service dog. Like that was that. No, it's not covered. I should just put it closer because I'm not demoing anything. I forgot. Because I am, by nature, I am just a helper. I worked, when I first get down to Florida, I worked in the methadone clinic for 2 years. I have given more homeless people my last $10 in items that I could. I've bought people flip-flops and socks and powder because in the wet summer months down here, their feet rot and they get basically what happened to people in Vietnam when their feet got all soggy. I can see sometimes bone. They don't have money nor the care to go into the emergency room. But guess what I've done? I've gone out on my lunch, spent money that I really didn't have to spend, and I have put shoes on homeless people, literally, you know. Minnie, I am going to be doing something about the allegations. I will definitely tell you guys that I am. I came on live right when it happened. I wanted everything to be fresh in my head when I came to live about it. I just so happened there was a creator covering her. And I talked to her, this creator throughout the week, you know, in her lives, not behind the scenes or anything like that. And so I hopped in a live and I said, hey, this just happened, because I knew if I didn't say something first that Gabby was going to be like, well, Aaron Davis, because I forget she doesn't call me Zenny. That's why I changed my name to Aaron Davis, aka Xennial, because in her live she'll say Aaron Davis. So I added it, and like if you're gonna call me out, they got served. Go feisty. You know, feisty don't always agree on things, but I'm gonna tell you right now. You know. But yeah, so I went live right away so that way I could get everything that happened out of my head as it happened right away. And then, you know, I listened to people and thought about things, and I talked to my husband about it. Hey, and I talked to my adult son, because I have an adult son that lives here that's 18, and I also have a minor. So Gabby, when you use your son, see, as your protective mechanism, basically, because what you do is you go get ROs because you say you have a minor in the house. So do I. And you keep walking past my house, and I have, you know, evidence of it. I also have evidence of you when you wanted to get a pew pew. I also have evidence of you saying, come find me, square up, bitch. You brought up the bitch. Remember that? Yep, I had that. I also have all the evidence of when you were, you know, talking about violent episodes and all of that. So, yeah, that's that. But yeah, I felt the support. I'm a lot more patient than I want to be, but I have a career. I have a profession. I have a family. I have my dream home. You know, I have my life together for the first time in my life, and there's no way I'm going to let her, you know, like, I'm not catching charges for her. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know why it's doing that. Is it better? I don't know why it's muffling. Let me look. Probably sometimes I do maybe I'm doing it. Who knows? I might be doing it. What a batch of cookies we're making. Should I swap out and come back in? Okay, hold on. Hello. If I wear earbuds, then I really, is it still muffled? Hold on. And it's about to be We're shutting it off now. Sound is the boiling water for my caramel dip. Bluetooth. Hello, hello, hello. Worse. It's worse. Is it worse or better? Is it worse or better? So many people. Better, better, better. Wait. Better. Okay. I think it was the Bluetooth. I had the Bluetooth on and I have an ear pod that's probably half open. Yay. All right, good. Yay. It was Bluetooth. Thank you guys for letting me know. Oh my God. Oh my God. Sounds like you're in the gym. Shoot, we can go outside though. We can go outside. Stressed. Wait, oh, where is my blue? I like to see. Oh, which one? My blue squishy. Oh, my. Where did I put that one? Who knows? I have stuff laying everywhere. I have this one though. This isn't the one you're talking about. I know which one you're talking about. I am going to be doing something. This one is amazing. They have a 4-pack of these at Five Below. And then they puff back out into a bear. I after taking time to think and talk and all of that stuff, thank you. Oh my God, look at that cute booty. That is the cutest booty. My tiger picture. Yes. It's a vibe. Yes. Recap the text to Darlene. Yes, she I'll read it one more time because there's some more people in here. Because after this live, I won't be talking about it. Thank you. To Danny. Okay. So several months ago, when I first got on the scene with this, I had reached out to Danny because she just looked like she needed a friend. And I don't think that she's ever been given any good, like, real friendship and like that woman type bond, I guess. Thank you. So I had reached out to her and stuff, and we had made some plans to meet up so she could come meet the band that I help with. And chocolate lasagna. I think I am. Several months ago. Several, like July, August, I'm thinking. Don't worry. So I had reached out, and we hadn't gotten to link up yet because of like schedules and all that stuff. And during that time is when Gabby was going live saying that she wanted to get respite care for Cam on the weekends because her life was so crazy that she just needed some time, a break. And so I reached out to Danny because I really was trying to wanted to have an outside of TikTok relationship, not what everybody else did on TikTok. If that makes sense. Thank you for the heart me. But I did reach out to her and I said, hey, she's trying to get strangers to come and take care of him. You're his aunt, like he loves being around you. You can see that. Like she has fun with him. I was like, can you go over and pick him up for the afternoon and like go do stuff with him? And I could help give a list of things that she needed to do. And I said, if you're not sure, like I could meet you at a park and, I bring my dog, which is a service dog. I've got children with autism. I'm a homeschool teacher. Like it was literally just being a genuinely good person. And that was twisted into, that I'm trying to link up with Danny to like, I don't want anybody's kid. I have 4 of my own and 2 adopted. I do not need anybody's kid. And I sure as heck don't need a 5-year-old. Like that's right. Like and then honestly to God, if you want to know the truth, the mistake made I didn't find any CN dollars, but I did find a lot of starfish. Jesus, starfish. Thank you, Sarah. The biggest thing I think mistake I made, honestly, with the whole Danny situation was the fact that I got swarmed with people that were like, how could you talk to her? Blah, 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 and then I got sent the cat video, and then I got sent the dancing video and all that stuff, which I'm not bringing up again. But I'm just telling you why. And instead of going to Danny and talking to her about it, which I probably should have done, I did what the masses did and made a video about how I don't hang out with people like that. And that was really shitty of me because it was shitty. She hadn't done anything to me. And what she did was, at the time with the cat was shitty, and with the dancing was shitty, and there isn't an excuse for it. But if that is one thing I could take back, I would have just handled it between her and I, because I don't like it when people do that shit to me. So, oh, thank you. I trimmed it yesterday. I don't know what the back looks like because it's not my business, but I can show you. I don't know. It was getting really, really weighed down. So, and then somebody wanted me to read the Darlene. Oh, thank you. You guys are so sweet. I'm a resource girl. I grew up. As soon as I was 18, I was out of the house on my own, and I lived in a duplex that was shared by my ex-husband's, my time at the time. And the back of my hair is never my business. Yeah, it is kind of like hers, isn't it? But I got pregnant at 16 years old. I had my first child when I was 17. He was 7 months old when I graduated high school. And then 4 months later, I got married. I paid for most of that wedding myself. And then my husband at the time and I moved in with it's a duplex with his grandparents. Oh, absolutely. If I can clear anything up, absolutely. I don't think the landlord really knows because he's he's out of town. And I think that most people, I've heard he's very nice. So I think, agreed, Ellen, thank you. I don't think he knows. A lot of these people don't live in the state or in the same city, and they think the best of people. And we both know when Gabby uses that little kid voice and that and does her little skit like a little Disney girl. I'm sure she, schmoozed the landlord and stuff. And then, I'll get roasted for this, but the Christmas stuff outside is still outside. I can observe that driving by a main road, not even going down her road. They just lay there in a heap. You're lazy. Go out and clean up your inflatable ornaments. It takes 2 seconds. But yes, the dog she's basking in the sun. Don't you dare.
I didn't even.
Don't you dare.
I didn't even see her out there.
Have every person in this chat come and take you out by your ankles if you don't. She is majestic. The sun is hitting her eyes.
I thought I was gonna.
Don't you dare, Drayden Davis.
I was actually gonna ask you.
And I have a feeling that they'll just probably. I think she really wants to. You guys living up north is different. I used to keep my shit out till April or May. It's like 2 inflatables. Just pick it up.
She's done. Can I shut the door?
What's that? She's done. Is she done because you rushed her along in her process?
What's that? You're right.
You know what? I hope she shits on your pillow. Do it, oh. Shit on his pillow now. Oh, now she's just gonna go. She took full advantage. Now she's outside. Now you have to go out with her. No, she wasn't. She was doing one of those. I don't know what is up with my mic. It keeps coming and going. She was doing one of those, staring off into the sunset, the sun area, and where their eyes just have. Yeah, she was very majestic. But I think, unfortunately, Danny has seen that it doesn't matter how much you love someone. If they don't want to change, they're not going to change. People give her shit for going back and talking to her sister. It's her sister. They lived in utero together for 10 months. And then, they lived outside of the world pretty much intertwined their whole life. So, and they're also victims themselves, which Gabby takes being a victim too far. There's a difference between being a victim and having a victim mentality. So, I went through some major shit with my family. CPS was in and out of my family's life, that type of shit. My mother was my first bully. That's the thing, is like, there's nothing that anybody is going to tell me that my own family hasn't told me. And so that I have just a different skin because of that. My mom was my biggest competition until I was 18. She would make sure that she would stay one size below me and then degrade me for being bigger than her. I was only allowed to wear white bras, white underwear. I was only given my mom's outgrown stuff, and I was a cup bigger than her, but it didn't matter. Right. And there's so many people in here that have that, because that's some of why you follow me. We go through that together. A man took my life and they brought me back to life. I've dealt with domestic violence. I've dealt with SA. My abuser is in prison for life for what he did, not for what he did to me, but for what he did to his children. And Gabby has taken part of that story as her own recently. But, I think if Danny, it's hard to leave an abusive situation. Even once the man tried to take my life, I still felt guilty for not talking to him. I was sad. I was sad not because I was sad because he was what I knew. And even though he abused me, when he didn't abuse me, it was completely different. And he was basically kind of infatuated and trauma bond. Yeah, exactly. And had told me, if I couldn't have him, or if he couldn't have me, then nobody could. And he acted on that. And it's crazy. And ever since then, I have changed my life to live it to the fullest. My mom has used my story. Yes, absolutely. They are real. They are very real. And then he continued to stalk me for months after he tried to off me. And he poisoned me via antifreeze. So when the police showed up, the can and the jug of antifreeze was gone. I mean, this is in 2003. Like, they don't have cameras anywhere and stuff like that. And there was not enough evidence to charge him. Unfortunately. And then when I actually met my husband, there was times that this guy would still try to stalk me. And then he moved out of Ohio, and I found out he did pass away 2 years ago in an emergency room by himself. Karma. If you say anything nice about Danny, people will just jump your shit, and it's funny is that there's been times I've commented and been like, I do some of the same shit G does. And so it makes me nervous to go live, because I'm like, I'm not talking about having, a shitty bucket that I wash in my sink. That's sick. Like, nobody should do that. I don't care who it is. You don't, hey, Marla, how are you? You don't wash shit-filled toilet training buckets in a sink, with one leg. Yeah, right. My dad wants to know if I'm still gonna, or he told me I don't talk to my dad very much, not because I don't want to. My dad is incapable of having a relationship with me. I don't know why. He's never had one with me. I've never been a daddy's girl. I was 18 before my dad told me he loved me. And it was like one time. I've never gotten cards from him. I've never gone anywhere with him. I've never been out to dinner with my dad. He lives in Tennessee. He's not very far away, but he'll talk to me and then ghosts. There was many times in my life I didn't even know where he was. But he's not like a deadbeat. Like, he has a full job. He helped raise another whole family. And yeah, exactly. Daddy issues are real for sure. And it's like, I've asked him to come down and visit, and he doesn't want anything to do with that. And it's like, I get what it's like to have to tear away from toxic family, and I am no contact with my mom because of that. My mom has every opportunity, both of them, to talk to my boys. I've never stopped that, because even though I don't like them, they're going to be better to my kids. Nope. They don't text them. They don't talk to them. My kids don't even know who my parents are, really. So I'm just like an orphaned person. My brothers, unfortunately, they were younger than me by 6 years and 13 years. So I moved out, and then we grew apart, and it's terrible. but yeah, like watch lives. There's some creators that do stream Danny, but they don't allow like all the crap, because how can you allow? Okay, the biggest thing I see that goes around here is accountability, right? Everybody wants accountability, 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 accountability. But we have to allow people to change and see the change. And that's the biggest thing. Opie, you stay in the sun and don't walk off the sidewalk. You can growl, but don't you dare walk away. You stay right there where I can see you. I saw a black dog and I thought for a second it was you know who. I was going to run out there. Hey. I think the hardest part about having parents like that, honestly, is having the, I don't know, you make up in your head what you envisioned as you would have a relation. Oh, thank you for the heart me. I envisioned what my life would be like. I've always lived in a fantasy world, if that makes sense, until, I became a better mentally sound adult. I grew up in a very dysfunctional household. So the only way I could escape that is by building a fantasy world in my own. Like I would meet somebody someday. And I don't know why that keeps doing that. I have no idea why my mic keeps doing that. If it doesn't, tell me and I'll keep talking. Let's see. What does this say? Oh, that's right. You guys wanted to hear what Darlene wrote. Be friends with Danny. I would. She can come watch our band. I'll help her get up on stage and sing. I told her that. Girl, I will help you get up on stage and sing. Imagine how mad Gabby would be as if you sang on stage at concert. All right, anyways. So here's the text from Darlene. This was sent to me on Thursday at 9 p.m. And this was after the detectives came to my house and I had talked about it. Exactly. So I hadn't talked to Darlene since Friday, December 5th, which we had some questions about that, about the lie. Hold on. 1 second. Let me get something I can cover this paper up with. Hold on. I need another one. I'm not prepared for this. I'm not one of these leak people that leaks stuff out. I'm not going to dox anybody. Okay. Now I moved my picture. X. All right, here we go. I'll flip it. Flip. Okay, so there. You guys can even take a screenshot if you want, because I'm not posting it. And you can see the dates. How come I'm a grown woman with Hello Kitty? How come you're a grown woman without Hello Kitty, or grown man? What does growing up have to do with it? You know what I see? I see bright and fun and colors, and I'm at my house on a Saturday. And I also, I will read it. And I also enjoy Pride. So I wear this to Pride sometimes. So I will read it. It's funny how when it goes to reading something about Darlene, or we talk about Darlene, the haters come in. Exactly. Everybody likes my shirt. All right. Anyways. Okay. Sweet. All right. Anyways. So the text that I had sent her on Friday, December 5th at 3:29 p.m. states, the only lie I told was that I talked to you and Tiffany and that we all agreed we weren't sending pink pictures because I was sick of being pressed by Meg about if you guys were giving pink info. I said none of us have been and none of us will, and that was that, because that is exactly what we said. And I said I wanted not to be in the middle of the shit and just got me in trouble clearly. That was it. Because I was sick of being asked by Meg if we were going to send stuff to Pink and what we were going to do. I was like, no, we're not doing that. So absolutely, Christina, I will always and forever. So that was Friday, December 5th. hadn't heard from her. Then Thursday, when I said something during my live about, not knowing about the Duncan thing until everybody else did, that she lied. And I couldn't believe it. Exactly. I get this text and it says, I have been off of TikTok for almost a month. And I'll tell you when it's caps. I have zero want to ever go back to that app or any of the people still on there. You need to keep my name out of your mouth. For a whole month now, I have been drug all over that app. My children's school was called. I wanted to take my own life. I've got off for my mental health, just like I've preached to Gabby. Today was my father's death anniversary, and you decided to accuse me of stalking Gabby. Leave me the hell alone. I don't care what is going on with any part of that shit-ass community or Gabrielle Jacobson. I will not allow you to run your mouth about me. Leave me alone. This is the only time I will say this, or I will have the courts handle it. Your number will be blocked, as I have zero care in the world what lie you will come up with next. This is what Darlene sent me the other day. Pretty gutsy to send somebody that, because I lied to Meg that I talked to Darlene. That was it. Yes, the take my life thing, ma'am. The take my life threat. You've used that before with other people. And it's really shitty to do. And as far as bringing up your name on your dad's death anniversary, I don't have anybody's death anniversary memorized. I didn't know the date your dad died. That would have just been coincidence. So trying to make me feel guilty for that is wild. That's actually complete manipulation. So that's pretty wild of you. Of all the people that have talked about you, that have said shit, I have said nothing besides I thought it was crazy and I didn't know anything about it, and like that it was a fib. You're so thank you. But it's wild to me. Like, you made up a whole story and then you're gonna try to manipulate me to feel like a shitty person because I talked about it on, a sad day for you, which I apologize that it's a sad day. And I'm not being a dick when I say that. Like, I literally apologize for that. But damn, matter of fact, and I don't bring this stuff up because it's just not how I am. I don't throw things, add, all of this drama. The day that Meg came to me and was going on and on about wanting to go to Pink to talk to her privately is what I thought was going on. I had expressed to her earlier that day that I had woke up that night and started having a seizure. I told her that early in the morning, and I told her I wasn't right, nothing. She asked me if I was okay, and once I was like, yeah, I think I'm good, blah, blah, blah. She went right back into the whole Pink thing. And I was like, you know what? If it's so important to you, go ahead and talk to her about it. The worst thing I did was share the screenshot. And as far as the worst thing I did on TikTok was share that post that Meg made. And I don't even know why I did it. I still, to this day, do not know why I did it. I think it was just like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, whatever. Because at that time, I don't know. Because the text didn't say she wanted eyes on a child. It just said legal eyes on Gabby, not a child. She's never said she wanted to see a child. I've said that from the beginning. So some of Pink's people came after me for a minute because they didn't realize it. But Pink and I talked. Pink was like, dude, she's fine. We still talk. I don't know why they haven't gone to Darlene or any of them. Honestly, I don't know why they haven't talked to any of them. Maybe they have and they just, It wasn't to stalk it wasn't to stalk Gabby. It was to prove Gia liars. Absolutely freaking right. Pink is good. Pink is good. She's working on her house. Yes. She was sitting right there in the sun. She saw you pull up.
No, she didn't.
Oh, she left?
When I pulled up, she was out there pooping.
Opie.
Not Opie. It's all your people's fault.
Now he's back and I'm in trouble. You guys. That's all I get when you come back to see me is a pack of wieners.
Weenies.
519 people just witnessed me getting a ballpark wiener. Weenie. Wieners.
Ballpark.
Recap of which?
Fire.
Hi, Hubs. The fire.
Oh, look.
He is sweet.
Cookies out for me.
We are going with the Seahawks. Yeah, you can have one.
Oh, good.
Look, smell this stuff. Like the coating, like the strawberry coating.
Mm.
That's good, huh?
They didn't have any semblance of.
Didn't they?
I went to Publix.
We've got our weenies. We've got our my 15-year-old.
Busy as shit too.
What was it?
Publix was busy.
Was it? We're doing pigs in a blanket tomorrow. Yes, he is. He's huge. He's 6'7" and I am 5'3". Yes, it does. Does he have a nickname? Skunk Ape. We are cute together. Thank you, thank you. Been together for 20 years. Not 6'7". We found the other day after we were hanging out, we saw a guy outside the bar that had the same height, and they did a video together. 4'11". That's crazy. How'd you learn how to cook? Oh my God, the questions are so fast. I learned to cook on my own. I'm self-taught. And some stuff I did learn from my ex-mother-in-law, unfortunately. Yay, 20 years. Yeah, and Bean wanted to confront him. Yeah.
And wash my hands.
Dumb.
Again, because it smelled like pepper.
Oh, believe me. Well, I don't know if you knew this or not, because not everybody is normally in here. But Gabby told Bean that my husband said some nasty stuff to her. And so the next day, it was the day after the video of her walking past my house, they went out on a walk together trying to find him so Bean could confront him about talking shit to Gabby, I guess. He's never talked to Gabby. Pink, you know, she wasn't being a stalker. Why did I do what I did to Pink? I don't know if you were in here earlier when I was mentioning that. So what had happened was Pink had sent me the message asking if I could if there was any way I could do like a keep it legal eyes on Gabby, right? I wasn't sure. I did not know Pink from a hole in the wall. Like I had watched a few of her lives, commenting on her lives, but I'd comment on other people's lives. That doesn't mean I know her as a person. I wasn't like a fan. Like when I say a fan of hers, I'm not saying like I wasn't a fan of hers. I'm just saying I wasn't like in her fan club. I didn't know anything about her. I didn't know anything about anybody. So I get this person that, is obviously covering the case, if you will, and had asked, hold on, we got a spammer. Because I don't mind questions if this is a spam person. Anyways, so I, on the other hand, was friends with Meg on the outside of TikTok. My son wanted to play football. Her son plays football. They're the same age. So she had answered some questions for me about that. Exactly. So she had answered some questions about that for me and was trying to help me with paperwork. And we had made plans to get our kids together and hang out. My husband and my son actually went and met her at a open house for school. So I did actually know Meg, but we didn't sit and discuss like TikTok stuff. Like I wanted a friend. I didn't want like a TikTok buddy on the outside of TikTok, right? So we didn't talk a ton about TikTok stuff. We would text here and there about Gabby, right? So thank you, Kimberly. I did notice a pattern with her. Every time I mentioned somebody's name on TikTok, she was like, you need to stay away from them. They're shit. They're this, they're that, they're this, they're that. So I started to avoid mentioning people's names to her because it was clear she had a beef with almost everyone, it felt. Pink's name had been brought up at some point, I think I mentioned I don't even remember what it was. But anyway, I had gotten that message from Pink, and I had mentioned it to Meg. I said, I think Pink wants me to spy on Gabby. Never said stalk, spy. Spy on Gabby. Spy on Gabby. Never see, never stalk, nothing like that. Again, didn't know Pink. So I took a screenshot and I sent it to Meg, and I said, after I said she wants me to spy, what do you mean she wants you to spy? So no, I don't think she did. I don't think Pink had bad intentions, and I've said that from the beginning for sure. So yeah, she did. So I sent her that screenshot because I was like, well, maybe I misconstrued it when she said keep legal eyes on Gabby. To me, that means spy, which is whatever. It is what it is. And I thought maybe I misconstrued it or something. And so I sent her that, and then she's like, blah, 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 like went on this tangent about Pink. And that's, I was like, damn, maybe they don't like each other. I don't know. Didn't think anything about it. A couple weeks went by, and she would here and there mention Pink or mention this, that, and the other. And then that's when she had asked me if Darlene and Tiffany were going to give information to Pink because we did a video together. And I was over it. I was over being in the middle of it. I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, I don't know anybody's intentions on anything. And I knew Pink wasn't like that. If that was the case, if I really thought Pink wanted information and she wanted to stalk a child, if I thought Pink wanted to harm someone, if I thought she was, going to do something like that, first of all, I would have contacted the authorities. Like, hey, this woman wants to stalk a kid. Like, there's an issue. Second of all, if I wanted clout or fame or whatever else, I would have went live myself and been like, look at what this bitch just sent me. Like, why would I give it to Meg to release? That never made sense to me. Like, why? When she asked about it, she said, I might have to forbear our friendship and, talk to Pink, is what she said. So I'm like, do whatever you need to do. Because at that point, I was over it. So then next thing I know, I wake up the next morning and there's a TikTok of the screenshot that I sent. And yeah. And then I shared it because I don't know why. I really don't know why I shared it. And then Meg even texts me later on that day. She goes, well, I guess showing the truth blew up in our face or blew up in your face or something like that. What? Yeah. And then she sent me a text later that night cussing me out because I wouldn't stand up for her. But to me, honestly, it was a mix of emotions. And during the live, when I was talking about it, I was crying because I don't know. I don't have a lot of friends. I don't count on anybody. I don't keep anybody in my circle very much. So I was hoping to actually have like a real friend. And truthfully, that I got shot in the foot for that one. However, Pink has been there for me since then. Pink will check on me and I check on Pink, and her and I talk. And no, we don't talk about Gabby. And because why would we? That would just be really stupid. Because at any time I can turn my phone over. But she gives me really good advice. I don't have a mom, like I said. I love getting advice from other women, strong women. I'm trying to learn to use my voice. And yeah. That's why I haven't gone and done all these lives and I've done all these videos I didn't say anything because I knew the truth. And I see stuff like, oh, how does she get away with doing all this stuff and blah, blah, blah. I don't, because I didn't do anything. So it's been a really weird struggle, but yeah, it was just out in the open. I know I do cringy stuff sometimes. I really do. I know this. Sometimes I do it on purpose and sometimes I don't. Like posting the dried up anole that I found in my hallway, like that. Yeah, that's cringe. It's crazy. But at the same time, people put deer antlers on their wall. They put, if you don't know about that, I made a video because Reddit's tearing me up for putting a freaking dead lizard I found in my hallway on a piece of art. I'm going to spray paint it though. I'm going to spray paint it and put it back on there because then it's really art. I am, Karen. I am. And what's crazy is Gabby and Bean have said numerous times that I stalk Gabby. Bean said it to the cop, this, that, and the other with zero proof. And where was I going with that? Shoot, I had a point to make. I did. I had a point to make it, but I forgot it already. But at the end of the day, she's gonna have to answer to something. So, and if Feisty needs help with me, if I need to go to court and help her, I will. I can be a witness if she needs me to be. Exactly. Taxidermists make a living off of it. Exactly. Then she doesn't own that street. but hopefully it cleared up some of it. Like I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm an innocent victim. I'm not. I got into this mess knowing I shouldn't probably do it because she lived so close. Originally, the help was because I wanted to do help, but I should have just left it at that and probably not even made videos about her or made it known that I was local. He's not upset because he knows it's complete crock. Yeah, Gabby does not want to be told what to do whatsoever. I spoke on that before. I really do feel, yeah, you're not going to get icky vibes from us. I'm always going to own up, even if it makes me look stupid. I caught my stove on fire today. Like, I still can't believe it. You guys are amazing. He's out there making fart noises. Hey, but yeah, you guys are awesome. And I mean, I do have people in my chat that have known me for years. I have people that know me in real life that are on my TikTok. I have customers. Like, I'm not just some weirdo that just showed up and like doesn't show my face, you know. I did what? I don't know. Which thing? Right. For sure. Oh, you'd have a blast, Christy. Yes, I can, Sandy, and it's definitely in the cards, let's say that. But sometimes I just need to take a minute and think about stuff, you know, and I just needed to make sure I was doing the right thing. Thank you. Absolutely. I am bubbly. And what's funny? I don't want to tell you about the stove. That was really bad, actually. Well, the basket's in the sink now. What happened was she accused me of trying to lure her kid from a park and stalking her. Hey, what was I going to say? Oh, the stove. So I was boiling a can of sweetened condensed milk for Watcher and turned on the wrong burner, and the burner that I turned on had a plastic tote on it with papers and my stickers and stuff like that. And I was chatting with the chat, and I kind of looked like this, and I see some flame, and the whole fucking stovetop was on fire. But I was on live, so I'll make sure to repost that. And I'm like, babe, it's on fire, and yeah, it was on fire. It really was. If it happened, yeah, she would have really reported. I don't either. But 6'7" saved me. That's right. Mr. 6'7". All right. This is still hot, but I might be able to open it. The key is, we did it for 2 hours. We'll see what it looks like. Now, Aquaman is right. That's what they say when he goes and gets his beard trimmed, they call him Aquaman. Well, not Aquaman, but Jason. And then Jack Black. The Jack Black was when he started. Lady Lakes, I'm not really sure. Amy, I'm not sure yet. Yes, it does. Watcher, if you're in here, look. This one's not super dark though. It's probably because it was still warm. I had to get the G content in by wrecking the stove. This one I cheated. It's only like 2 hours, so it's going to be a light caramel sauce without cutting my finger. So as it cools off, it's going to get warmer. And then now I usually do it for like 3, maybe 4 hours. I just was sick of hearing it. A, and B, for the sake of time. So when you let it cook a little bit longer, it'll just keep getting thicker and darker. Now when it gets cool, it's going to be a little bit thicker than this. But I'm telling you right now, I'll show you what I do. Ooh, I know what I'm going to do right now. Yes, it's like a caramel. These are already washed, so don't be coming at me because I didn't wash my apples. So I have one of those apple things, those apple core peeler thingies. Or no, the apple wedgie thingy. But I don't like it because the core doesn't always accurately cut out. Oops. So we're going to do this method. I'm going to show you guys a really good treat, though. A yummy, delicious treat. Right, Gitchy? Not for you, though. You want a piece of apple? She had to smell it to make sure she wanted it. Here's one of the ways I love to do it. We even have paper plates. It's a special occasion. The Davis family has paper plates. All right. We used to get paper plates all the time, though, when my kids were little, because, oh, man. Do I have any? I think we used all of our peanuts, didn't we? Usually I have crushed up peanuts that we use. I get the cocktail peanuts and then crunch them up. Do you have the holders? Yeah, but you know what we do? I use like our regular plate, or I do have these little trays that we use, I guess. Sometimes I do this and I'll cut them in thirds. I don't want to land it on the table. Or on the plate, it was ready. I used to do this with my kids all the time in the fall. I'm just making my stomach growl. I also do this sometimes. You can do really thin slices of your apple. Almost like potato chips. And then you can put this in like a little, if you do your, more of the chip thickness, then you could put the caramel in that and have like nachos. And I think I've got this banana is like really nice and spotty. So let's use this up. Glad I made this. I don't know if Watcher's still in here or not, but I'll have to tell her thank you for encouraging me to make this so that way I could clean up this fruit too. I can't stand the skins. You do? Yes, this is so easy. I love it. All right, so we're going to do some... I see a skin. Oh, well, I'm not going to be eating these because I'm on here, so somebody's going to be happy in my house with a plate of this. I did tell them that she has a wig, so they do know that. They do know that she wears Clam Slam shirts, though, because they've seen her in it. They do know she's on YouTube as well. Okay, so this is just sweetened condensed milk that I cooked, covered with boiling water. Banana boats, what's that? Okay, so what I did is you keep it sealed and all of that. You put it in a pan, keep it covered. You want to keep this water, you want to keep water over it for at least 2 hours. This is after 2 hours, okay? And if you do 3 hours, it's just going to be a little bit more brown. Now, if you keep going, it'll just thicker and darker, and it just makes it more rich. So right now I'm just stirring up the can is still pretty hot. What'd you say about cooking? I didn't see it. I'm watching you cook and speak. Well, I mean, there's that. And I do have trouble speaking, which is another reason why, I felt like, her and I have a lot in common because I mix up my words. I have some dyslexia. I have a little dyscalculia, which means I'm transpose numbers. I struggled through school my entire life. Well, until I got into college. I struggled in school till I got to college. Yes, try it and let me know. Once I got to college and I could learn differently, I thrived. And I went to nursing school. I got to pass out. The only prerequisite class I had to take was math. And I got an A in it and I was really excited. All right, so let's ready? Ready, guys? So easy. And then you can just put it in Tupperware and stick it in the fridge. Now, the longer you do it, the less, thin like this it'll be too thick. Thank you for the heart me. It'll be thick, and so you'll have to warm it up to get it to do this type of texture. But you can also use this for ice cream. And then if you want to be fancy, ooh, yeah, it does look good. These are just some, I would use minis if I had them, but I don't. So here we are. Runaway chips. All right, let's get a really good one. Score one. Oh, coconut? That would be like coconut. I'm not a coconut girl, but now this is dance worthy. This is it would be good with ice cream. Now see, Gabby, this is the type of shit you can make. What was that sound? 2 to 3 hours. Ooh. Did you put caramel and sweetened condensed milk? Nope. These are these caramels. And then Watcher asked me if I've ever made caramel sauce with sweetened condensed milk. So I said, yeah. So I made one, which then led me to catching my house on fire. Shrimp corn chowder, yes, and I made crawfish chowder. My husband makes delicious crawfish chowder that he could probably do on live. So then I caught my kitchen on fire, and we put that out. Then I was like, all right, that's done. So then I started making cookies, and then we got into the tea. And for this caramel stuff, all it is a can of sweetened condensed milk. I don't know if I have any more. I can show you what it looks like. Okay. Here's what it looks like. Here we go. Just take your label off. Put it in a pot of water. Like if you do like a spaghetti or for chowder, we can do that. I can do that. You've never had crawfish? They're so good. So for people that were wondering with the caramel, take your wrapper off of this. I used to do several cans at a time, like in a spaghetti pot. And then you put it on your stove and boil it for at least 2 hours. This is 2 hours. 3 hours is just going to make it a little bit thicker, a little bit darker. Yes, you can do it in a crock pot. Do it on high. I would say at least all day. And make sure the water is always covering. If it starts to not cover like this, the can can blow. So make sure you keep it covered. Yeah, I was going to say 8 or 10 hours at least. Exactly. There it is. You can do something without having to clam slam. Though I would probably clam slam for this over chocolate lasagna. That chocolate lasagna looks gnarly. That's so good. Dre. Oh, Pat. Do you want some caramel bananas?
No.
See if Dre wants some of these. I'll add some more for you guys. You want some?
What is it?
Caramel, bananas, and apples with caramel and chocolate chips. Want to try a bite?
No, I'm good.
Drayden! Will you get Dre? Because if I yell loud enough, he's got his headphones on. Okay, so the caramels are for... We were in the middle of this and then I got bored with it. I'm going to do it just... not how I do it for business. This is just showing you guys because I haven't cleaned this. This is part of it. You're new here. Well, welcome. I'm just cooking and all that good stuff. So when I do these, I will clean this whole surface, and I use hydrogen peroxide because it's considered food friendly, food safe. And then I have gloves on and I roll these out. So I'm going to just show you guys the step. But I was trying to do it on parchment paper earlier and it just was not working. I should have just put gloves on anyway. Will you ask Dre if he wants one?
He's in the middle of something.
Oh, is he? Okay. The trickiest part is getting them. I'm trying to rush it. You just have to be kind of patient. That's why these are a little bit more expensive. It's like clay back in the day. I don't know if we'll get to dipping stuff like chocolates, but we might be able to dip some stuff. If not, we'll dip tomorrow too. Ooh. All right. We got a little skinny right there, but that's okay. Now what we're going to do, we're going to take a pretzel. I just start at the top. Almost broke, hold on. I'm trying too hard because I'm a Did you hear? Yeah, she has water at all times. She's a free drinker dog. All right. Now, I do these and I make sure that they're nice and pretty when they're looped. Okay, I do this and then, right? And then we're going to dip this in chocolate like that. And then they'll sit and they'll have like little ridges on them. And then I'll decorate them with different things, but they're my caramel wrapped chocolate covered pretzel. But nobody really wants to sit and probably, maybe they do. That's my problem is like, nobody wants to sit and watch me wrap pretzels, but maybe people do want to watch that. I don't know. But this one's not for anybody, so I'm handling it. And like, these are my caramel wrapped. These are just your basic, hey, Tiffany, how are you? And then I've got some over here that have some hearts and some shimmer. And yeah, let me put our wieners in here. Thank you so much. So it's 6. We're going to, Tiffany, if you're able to get out and about tonight, I'll be in Fort Myers at the Cigar Bar tonight. Next up, I have to make my dips. So I do actually have an order I do need to make real quick. Tiffany, if you're free tonight, I'll be at the Cigar Bar. You didn't hear me. Babe, there's some apples and bananas here with caramel sauce on top. If you want any. I'm going to throw these together really quick. I'm the third person? Girl, you're famous. Come down and dance. Thank you. I can't wait to show you guys some of the stuff I'm going to do for Valentine's Day. Let's see. I did show you guys these. So I am going to, girl, just come as you are. We'll have a blast, full band, if you decide to be out. So we have some strawberry cream flavored wafers, and I'm going to be dipping some pretzels in that, so it'll be pink.
Need something else?
Oh, there's some apples and bananas with caramel.
Oh, nice.
You just have to use a fork.
Okay.
And then,
Is that for me?
what?
Or that?
You can have it the whole plate if you want.
Okay.
You just got to tell them how delicious it is.
All right.
That's your cost. No. And then I'm going to dip them in the strawberry cream wafers, and then in the,
Thanks, man. This is yummy.
what is it, strawberry coating? Banana In a banana hammock. Holy shit. You better watch it. The temperature's going to drop and your hammock's going to fall down. A hammock will fall down just like the iguanas out of the trees. Couch potato is nice. I do enjoy that. Nobody's got time for banana hammock to go right away. I wonder what happens to Bean when it gets this cold out. He gets inverted, like an inverted belly button. All right, we're gonna do another cream cheese, like an any. I do question whether he was held as much as a kid, and I just say that because his face is kind of flat. And I know that just came out like really like a dick, but I say things matter of fact. It just looks misshapen. You should look into that. My husband did say earlier. It is. Even the nostril. Either that or I don't. It's bad. Is that why they call him Beanhead? Because head shaped like a kidney bean? Like it's rounded here and then it dents in. Is like seriously, that's what I thought. Is it? Is that why it's Bean? Ah, you see? You know? There's my effing refrigerator. No, because he looks like Mr. Bean. He does. But wait, so let's have some fun. How about Bean going down the ride at Disney? Like, as a woman, if I sounded like that on a ride, I would probably just not show my face. But he looked like the guy off of Home Alone, the guy that gets the tar on his face and feathered and all that. Like, and you posted that about your man. Total creeper sounds. I'm making some dips for an order. I'm doing a taco dip, or not a taco dip. I'm doing a crab rangoon dip. I'm doing a jalapeno popper dip, and I'm doing a pizza dip. So right now I'm just unpackaging all of this cream cheese so that way I can just add what it needs, and then maybe I do got bots in here. You know why? It's because I don't really have mods yet. Oh my God, thank you for the gift. Thank you so much.
That was really good.
You like that?
Mm-hmm.
It's because I'm usually just, usually bots are not and excited to come in here. Oh, the spammer's back. Bastard. But speaking of spammers, what was I going to say? I'm going to do that. Okay, Christina, you're mod. Because I'm going to get cream cheese all over my damn phone. Nobody usually cares.
Anything else?
Oh, I'm sure I'm being reported. That's pretty mad. That's pretty. You're Uber here right now. What's up? Hi. Yeah, they reported my YouTube videos already too because they have music in them. So I reposted my cooking videos on YouTube because people asked for it. They weren't having that. G's team or whoever it is was right on that. I'm gonna plug in my phone though because it's starting to get low. All right, you're gonna get a different angle for a little bit. All right, here we go. Trying to find an angle that works while charging the phone. There we go. That works. Don't worry about that whole disaster. Back again. You're hungry now? Okay, so let's see. Damn, that's the second time you had to take the trash out.
Yeah.
And I still have cookies over in the mixer, which worked out fine because the sugar was, the butter was cool. So let's see, which one am I making first? We're gonna do the pizza dip first. So to our cream cheese, we're gonna do some mozzarella, right? These are good dips. These are pretty easy too. Now I'm gonna go get my Parmesan. I already had my Parmesan out. So we're gonna put Parmesan. Yes, pizza dip. Oh, thank you for the gift. Calm down. Let's see. I have it written out here. And I don't want to forget something. Actually, that's my crabber and goon dip. So many recipes. Pizza dip. Yes, pizza dip. It's delicious. If you're in the mood for pizza, but you don't feel like having like a whole pizza, do this. And you can actually, this is like low carb technically. It is a low carb. Dang, where's my other recipe? Here it is. Parmesan. This is my little recipe book. I do make buffalo dip. All right, so we're gonna add to that Italian and oregano. You just use your powdered seasoning. So we got Italian. Load it up pretty good because that's what gives you that pizza taste, that Italian taste. If you want to use fresh, you can. I just don't notice that big of a difference. See, between made pizza dip yesterday. Oh, really? You're eating saltine crackers. All right, oregano. Plenty of oregano, I guess. A little bit of onion powder. A little bit of garlic powder. Now I have used like fresh and it's okay. And I've used like garlic and it's okay. But for this, like it gets really watery if you do that. So absolutely. I got the snacks. Okay, and then we're gonna do, how much do I do of Parmesan? About a cup, about a half a cup. Yeah, about that. What is this? Yeah, about a half a container of this. And then I believe that's all we put in there. Now we're gonna melt it just a little bit. We're just gonna soften it. And then because it's for an order, we're gonna put it in a metal tin tray. I ran out of my garlic. Garlic, yeah, it's garlic in a jar. It's garlic. Oh, you were never a bother. You can ask as many questions as you want. That's what we're about here. The only people that bother are trolls. There you go. So I think it's soft enough. Yep. So once it's soft enough, you just stir it up. You guys are gonna crap. It's so easy. I'm gonna throw it in just a little bit longer. Don't need to fight it. So the person that ordered these is picking them up tomorrow. So I wanted to get them done so I don't have to come back and do it tonight. And then in the morning I can be like lazy and lounge. And then tomorrow at some point I'm gonna go live and do a whole Super Bowl party cooking thing. So I made this, I did this recipe and I made it several years ago at an office work party. We had a dip contest where everybody, is supposed to bring in a dip they, their favorite dip, store-bought, whatever. And I made this one and it won. So it's really pretty tasty. All right. Now I'm going to take one of these. It worked out good because I had to run into Dollar Tree to get these and I had red lids. So You're a single father. Oh my God, we got a single father in here. Are you saying that like because you're a nice guy, or you troll, or what's the story? Because if you're, that's, I mean, you're fine to be single in here. You're good. You're good. Just wondering. So we're gonna put this in the bottom. Did you say how fast this was already, you guys? That's how fast. So easy. And you're gonna feel like you're eating pizza. I mean, I'm not gonna sit and scoop this out and eat it. Like, a little game going on out there. Yeah, I was just wondering, like, is he looking for, like, maybe this is a cooking place. Maybe the people in here, I'm looking for a baby mom. I got some kids. I see you're cooking. I'm a single mom. I'm a single dad. Like any women in here that would like that. Sorry, no. Been there, done that. Yeah, he's looking for his princess, man. He's like a cooking life. This is where you find yourself a good, you know, I don't hate you for that. It's better than maybe some other ways. You could have met Gabby on Plenty of Fish. Imagine the luck of that. I'm cheating because it's good. Pizza sauce. Are you ready? You guys are just going to crap when you see this. So easy. All right. We're going to spread this out. Pretty. Pretty. All right. Now, we've got our Parmesan cheese. We're going to put a little bit. You don't want to put a shit ton of it on top, because what happens is as it gets cold, it develops like a crust on top, and then you take that whole thing. Each their own, right? Like, I mean, you can go to bars, you can date anywhere. Oh, she's always waiting. She's a complete queen of the kitchen. She stands though and looks straight through me to the other side of the room. So if anything drops, she's like she's prepared for it. All right, so we're just doing some cheese. And then to that, this is where I make it easy again. Sometimes I'll cook my bacon and chop it up, or you can get the real bacon bits. So what's in here is 2 packages of cream cheese, some garlic, some pepper, or garlic and pepper, Jesus, some garlic powder and onion powder, some Italian seasoning, some oregano, Parmesan cheese, mozzarella cheese. Stir it up, layer it out, top it with pizza sauce, a little bit of Parmesan, a little bit of mozzarella. Then we are gonna do some bacon, and then when this gets cooked, it's so crunchy. And I don't know, like you can get more on each bite than when you use like the big pieces of bacon. Now, if a customer orders this with like peppers or something on it, then I'll do that too. But she did not order it. She just standard, and I put, I use pizza sauce. You can use marinara too. I just feel like pizza sauce has more flavor, and especially for this application. Now I usually get mini pepperonis, but I forgot. This is still fine. I usually just kind of like layer them a little bit, because we know as they cook, they kind of shrink. And then this one, like if they wanted it warm, then I would bake this and get it all nice and bubbly and yummy on top. Yeah, you absolutely could. You could add jalapenos, you could add green peppers, you could add olives, you could add whatever you want on your pizza. So then, now this is what I tell people if you want to do like a low carb thing, because this is for the most part low carb. We've got 5 grams for a quarter of a cup of this. So, I mean, you would want to watch I don't know if this has added sugar. 0 added sugar. So I would use it even if I was keto, which I'm not, or low carb. Again, which I'm not. But when I would use this. And then you bake it or whatever, and you can use yes, exactly, water retention, exactly. And then you'll warm this up, and this will get all yummy and all that good stuff. Now, if you're watching your carbs and you do want to use this instead of eating pizza, what I suggest is using that keto bread. You can get keto bread, and you could do like butter and toast it and use that as your dip. Garlic salt. Oh, that sounds good. let's see. Luckily, I didn't burn up all my stickers in my small fire. Oh, look, I should start a GoFundMe for my kitchen fire, my poor business. No, I'm kidding. Okay, I have my thank you stickers. Oh my gosh, that one almost caught flame. Sad. I bought 2 rolls of stickers with my name on them, my Xennial Hippie, my website, and all that stuff. One of them is now toast. Okay, so I always do one that says thank you for supporting my small business. And then they'll get my actual Xennial Hippie, or no, my Free Spirit Baking Company sticker. I'll pop that in the fridge when I'm done. Okay, so now we're gonna do our crab rangoon dip. This one is really, really, really good. And I'm just gonna get my recipe that I wrote out because I don't want to miss something. And when I get to talking, I miss something. How my whole stove caught on fire, remember? Damn. It's way back here. Beer cheese. Like 20 minutes, 25 minutes at like 375. Just all you need to do is warm it up, basically. So you're just warming everything and getting it all yummy and gooey. Okay, so this is crab rangoon dip. I need to take one of my packages. No, I'll make taco dip because I only need 1 ounce of one of the cream cheeses for my other one. Okay, so we're gonna do jalapeno popper dip now. Jalapeno popper. Oh, very cool. Yeah, the snowbirds enjoy the cooking, that's for sure. They really do. I'm gonna do 2 cream cheese and 1 sour cream. Not a whole one. Probably about, probably like a half a cup. Now to this, I'm gonna get my gloves on. Twofold, because I'm gonna cut up some peppers. Yeah, I do have YouTube, Xennial Hippie, where I download my lives on there. I don't edit them, or I don't cut them down at all to make them shorter and just focus on the recipes because I do talk sometimes. But, and I really do need to, I have a business page. It's Free Spirit Baking Company on Facebook. But I do need to make a website or something with my recipes on it. Okay. One thing I do use for this dip, the problem with shipping is I would love to ship, but I can't ship out of Florida due to the food safety handling things with Florida. So I can ship in Florida, and I do like local delivery and pickup and stuff like that. But I'm in the process of making other things that I can ship that isn't like non-edible stuff that I can ship. I found this jalapeno powder. And it is amazing. I add it to my jalapeno popper dip, and I'm telling you what, it really boosts the jalapeno taste. Like if you like, it gives it some spice. And I put like that much in there. Now we're gonna get our jalapenos. Ooh, that's making my nose, I'm gonna sneeze. I inhaled by mistake. Now, I have made the mistake of cutting peppers without gloves on before, and it's not a good one. Stuff just fell. Now, what I do for these, I'm trying to find a little scrap thing. Oh, I'll use this bucket that I burned earlier. Perfect. I have this handy dandy little thing, and you just go in here. Like this. Just watch your eyes because this will squirt out. And then it just pulls out everything. I do that down to the bottom. This little tool is awesome, like if you're doing poppers. You just stick it in there and like rotate it around and pull the stuff out. Ooh, this one's fragrant. The membrane also has a lot of the spice in it. So you want to, like, unless you want it super spicy, depending on what your level of spice is, the more membranes you get out, the less spicy it'll be. Ooh, yeah, trip to New York, let's do it. You know what? I would gladly, you guys can hire me and I'll just come cook at your parties. I've been taking stuff out to Captiva. People come in and, they're staying for a week with family in the big houses out there, and they can call me and order a meal and I'll take it out and deliver it and set it up. And it's really fun. And plus it's a chance to see all the beautiful houses out there. Need Zoom screen. Wouldn't that be cool? Get a video camera guy and get some real good angles. It's all fun and games till you cut your gloves into your food, huh? It does not take very many of these either, because I don't want to like bust people's mouth. I'm not trying to burn the crap out of them. I got you drooling. Yay. Yes, because when I deliver out to Captiva, my customers pay a delivery fee. Oops, there's one that hit the floor. Hope you don't you dare. They pay a delivery fee and a setup fee. Did it drop? Okay, no it didn't. So they pay me to deliver it and all that good stuff. So then he was just in another live passing the word on Cantina 3.0 Live 8. Amazing. I'll be out listening to music, but I'm definitely going to try to listen. I really like his commentary. He's really funny. He is so funny. Thank you for sharing that with us. Okay, so we got one in there. I'm going to warm this up and stir it and see what I think. Well, that pepper did get down there. You can't get it though, can you? All right, let's see what we got. Nope, gonna need a little bit longer. I don't really want to warm it up. I'm just softening it. Go back. And then for that, I include tortilla chips. And I also I can show you guys what we do for the pizza. So with my pizza dip, I get these baguettes and then I slice them real thin, and then I toast these. And this is what I include with my pizza dip. And then for my crab rangoon dip, I fry wonton wrappers, egg roll wrappers, and include that. So that's really tasty. Actually, the crab rangoon dip is really good on everything. All right, so we've got our base going here. I don't think I need any more for on inside of that. I'm going to save my cutting board for the rest of them. How far am I from Punta Gorda? 30 minutes. Not too far at all. A little bit more of that jalapeno popper powder. We're going to do a little bit of garlic powder. We're going to do a little bit of onion powder. Now we're going to do more bacon bits, or more, not more, bacon bits in this one. So it's like a bacon wrapped. Can you dip Cheez-Its in it? Hell yeah, you could Cheez-Its. You could dip whatever you wanted in it. Now for this one, I am going to do a little bit of Gouda. Did I get Gouda? Yeah, Gouda. I've made chips and Cheez-Its before, low carb Cheez-Its. It was sad. All right, I'm going to do about this much Gouda. Ooh, nice. That is very cool. Let's see. Doing caramelized onion avocado. Ooh, yummy. I am making a bacon wrapped jalapeno popper dip. So there's our sharp cheddar is what I use for this. Now I'm going to go pop this in just a little bit longer. Like I said, I'm not trying to, sure, you can ask me a question. I'm not trying to melt all of this stuff. All I wanted to do was get it to a temperature we can mix it really good. And as you can see, it's coming together. You like jalapeno popper everything? Yes, this is one of my biggest sellers. Is this dip. They really like it. Whoa. All right, so now we're gonna get our tray for that one. These square containers are the perfect size for these dips. And I know that this is the same size every time too. That's why I like to use these. All right. Now we're gonna do a little bit of the Gouda on top. I am doing good. I'm doing okay, considering, you know? Yeah, we're doing good. I'm sure I'll be torn up on all kinds of things, but I'm definitely, you might get an influx of people. I'm sure I will. I did hear she got served, which I think is awesome. And if Feisty needs me to testify or witness or any of that, she's absolutely welcome to. Doing Gouda? I love Gouda. It just has such a unique taste. All right, got our cheese on top. I'm sure I'll get an influx plus spaghetti for dinner, nice. Plus, I shared my thoughts on Darlene, so. Asian crab dip. I don't think I've ever done one. I totally could though. All right, so we're gonna top this with bacon. And then I'm gonna take another pepper. Grab my gloves. Yeah, Darlene sent me a nasty text Thursday night. It was like after the detectives that came to my house, I know, right? I'm always in trouble. No, Thursday after the detectives came to my house, I got a text from Darlene that said that I need to keep my her name out of my mouth, even though all I said was I never knew that Darlene was lying until we found out all together. Yeah. So yeah, it's crazy thing. So and that's all I had said. But she, says she's gonna take me to court for mentioning her name, and yelled at me for lying when I admitted to a lie. So, ooh, I didn't clear this one all the way out. Honestly, I had like an airing of out things so that way people can really kind of get an idea of some of the things that happened, because I didn't come to live every time or make videos every time. And so, yeah. No, I'm just giving facts. Like, you literally lied. Like, she said, don't you dare say I was stalking Gabby. I said that you lied. and told people that you weren't there. You were there. Going to get coffee isn't stalking, you know? Oh yeah. Yeah, I might be able to do that here shortly. You guys can go. Is everybody over there watching? Feel free to go over. I'm going to get off here shortly anyways. Because like I said, we are going to be heading out for the night. And I probably won't go live at music. But yeah, they want me. Okay. I'll drop off here and I can go over there and say hi to everybody real quick. Can you give them a recap how you're making your food? Sorry, you just came in. So this one it's 2 things of cream cheese, about 1/2 cup of sour cream, some garlic, some onion, some jalapeno powder, diced up jalapenos, bacon and cheese, and then it's all blended up. And then I put it in a pan heat like this, and then I have Gouda and sharp cheddar on top with bacon bits and jalapeno peppers. And then my customers get a bag of chips with this one, a bag of tortilla chips. Why did they put a sticker on the top of this thing? I don't know why, but it's a dumb place for a sticker. Yeah, I'll finish up here and I can go over. Why do they put a stupid sticker on the top of that? I need room for my own sticker. Surprised I have anything left after my fire today. I almost caught my kitchen on fire today. Got my thank you on there. Absolutely. I'll cook for anyone. All right. I'm going to throw this thing away now. Those of you that missed the fire today, this is what I caught on fire. That was on my burner that I turned on. All right, let me get this out of the way. I got one more dip I need to make. I'm actually going to make 2 separate ones of this dip. Something in my toe. For this one, we're gonna do a cream cheese. Where are you guys going to get a recap of what's answering, please? Afterwards. Trying to keep up with comments. Sorry guys. It's in line. Like quart like transcripts. I think my pad's dead. Okay, good. If anything urgent, just let me know. Darlene's gonna be mad. Shouldn't have texted me and been mean. I'm sure there'll be people talking about it. I know Crash Out Canteen is doing a live at 8 p.m. is the last I heard. Yes, I'll go over later. I got to finish my order. That is the most important. All right, we got sour cream. We've got mayonnaise. We've got sour cream. We've got cream cheese. Now we're going to add some mayonnaise, which I know sounds weird, but it's delicious. I think this one has Worcestershire. Yes, it does. Whoopee, you about tripped me. Oh, for sure. Okay, so this one is like a half a cup of mayonnaise. So there's about a quarter. Here's about a half-ish. Mayonnaise haters, I'm sorry. We're gonna do like a teaspoon of Worcestershire. Yes, this is the crab. Crash Out is going live tonight. Yes, at 8. So about a teaspoon of that. We're gonna do a quarter of a cup of Parmesan. I know it's weird. Stick with me. And then we're gonna do a cup, like around a cup of mozzarella cheese. And then we are going to do some green onion and some crab meat. And I am using imitation crab meat. What else did I say? Maybe? Oh, garlic. This one I do add a little bit of garlic to. This one seems to be fine with it. Sometimes it's too wet. Yeah, exactly. You can use canned crab meat if you wanted to. It's all good. All right, so there's some garlic if you will. Now I need my cutting board. Stick this right here. Grab a knife. I mean, and truthfully, I like this in some ways a lot better. So we're gonna make this just twice. And I would make it all in one thing, but then I have to make sure it's divided and all that, so we're just doing it this way. So I'm gonna do a half a package, so that would be like 8 ounces. I didn't really get a chopping knife, I got more of a... And you just wanna chunk that up. You don't want it too small. You have some small pieces, but you still want a decent amount in there because it'll break up some more. Oh, that's so cool. Cooking with a friend. Oh my God, this shit is, I love it. I love this stuff on salad. And they used to have Seafood Delight sub at Subway. Yum, I loved that. Okay, so I'm gonna do it about that size. Set this aside, grab my green onion. Grab off the little ugly pieces on the outside here. All right. Now, what I usually do is I use a lot of the white pieces, like the harder pieces at the end. I put that inside. From one. Ooh, yum, that sounds good, bro. Do you eat them raw then, or are you making stuff with them? Maybe you can use some of these ideas tomorrow for your Super Bowl parties. If any of you guys make any of this stuff, please tell me. I want to see what you did. You can send me pictures of it. Okay, so what I usually do is I use a lot of the thicker stuff, because a lot of that flavor's in there, and I'm going to make sure that's in the dip. And then we're going to do another one for on top of the dip. All right, now I'm going to go do the same thing that I've done with the other ones. Thank you. All right, so that's gonna cook. Now we are going to, what are we gonna do? We have this. I'm gonna start moving this stuff over here to get it out of our way on our counter. I don't like all this stuff on the counter. Here's some of the molds. This week I'm going to be doing some cake pops. Oh wow, that's crazy. You're having surgery. And then I might do, I have dough that I need to finish up because I'm going to do some rollout cookies maybe tomorrow, maybe Tuesday. And then I've got some Oreo molds. I'm going to do some chocolate covered Oreos, which I do those usually like just dipped, but I'm going to try them in molds and see if I like them. Ooh, yes, you have to, plates and screws in my foot. Ouch, that sounds terrible. So let this go for about a minute because again, the purpose is just to soften everything up so we can mix it up. Chocolate suckers with, ooh, yum. Yes, I got the double stuffed Oreos that are they have Oreos crunched up in them. Oh my God, now see, this makes me hungry. Smelling this, I want this immediately. Smashing up that cream cheese. You don't want any big chunks in it. Yeah, this one's really good. My husband put some of this on bread and ate it like a sandwich warm. All right, now we're gonna get our container. When you make it, I will be making stuff pretty much every day. I'll be getting on live tomorrow. I'm not sure what time. But then I do work on Monday, but Tuesday and Wednesday, I plan to do stuff because my orders are due for Friday and Saturday. Yeah, I want some now too. And I don't even have any of this for myself. So guys, I don't get to eat it either. So we can all be jealous together. I'm going to make this dip again in this exact same bowl because it's the same dip. And actually, this customer of mine is reoccurring, and she had mentioned wanting to buy one of these dips for somebody, and I gave her the wrong price on purpose, so she doesn't know this, but I'm gifting her this one. Very cool. Now I top this one with let me go find it. All right, so what we're gonna do with this is take a jar of sweet Thai chili, and you can use any brand you want. The Walmart brand is really good, so to come down to Florida and get, yes, you absolutely have to. And then for this, I just drizzle it on top like this. And I do it before I bake it because it almost gets like, I don't know, it bubbles up around it and through it, and it just becomes part of the flavor. And it's like when you have a like crab rangoon and you dip it in the sauce. So that's what this one's gonna look like. And then I'm gonna get some more onions because we're gonna put them on the top here. I'm not going to do them in this live, but tomorrow morning, before she comes to get these, what I'll do is I take a package of these and I make slits like this and then down like this. So I just make like chips with them, and then I fry these in oil, and then that's what they use to scoop this. Thank you. I'm glad you like my cooking shows. All of the interaction with you guys makes it more fun, because if I was just sitting here not talking to anybody, it would be... Because it's like talking to yourself, essentially. And I've never been one to talk to myself, so it's weird for me to just sit here and talk to an empty room. And then I just remember that, I don't know, Gabby can do it all day long. How did the cook? Oh, it turned out so good. It was delicious. The cookie, skillet cookie. Actually, I just need a little bit of green left, so I'm just going to take some of this green so you guys can see what it looks like, and then we're going to make the other one. So you don't need a lot. I just want that to look like that, and then it's going to bake and delicious. So we're going to set this one over here. So now we're just going to repeat that. gonna do 1/4 cup of sour cream. Ish, give or take. We are gonna do a block of cream cheese. Thank you, Debbie. The hardest part is opening the cream cheese, I'm telling you. Okay, got our cream cheese. Got our sour cream. Now we gotta do our mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is so good in dips, so don't diss it. There's like about 1/2 cup there. Oh my God, cream cheese. I'm looking like a snack. Oh my God, thank you. I'm looking like a snack myself. Girl. Little jarlet. Question, answer, I hope. Go ahead. I will try to answer. All right. Got Parmesan. Love it, ladies. Building up ladies one step at a time. Now we're going to do our mozzarella cheese. Could whipped cream cheese work too? If you needed it to. Like if you're wanting to make this and all you have is whipped cream cheese, I would say go for it. Absolutely go for it. All right, a little bit of, oh no, we've got a bot. Jack is a bot. Sorry, Jack. We had a single father with kids in here earlier though. He was looking for himself a wife and a cooking wife. Oh my God. My Thanksgiving and Christmas, yeah, they're legit. Legit. All right, I think we got everything we need in there for that part. Let's get our onions diced up. Our last Thanksgiving that we had this past year was phenomenal. We had our goddaughter and her mom and her husband and some of our other friends over, and we shared an amazing meal. I have about 50, yeah, exactly. It's crazy, isn't it? Some of the things that people text and say in the chat. You're amazing. You're good. I didn't know if you're still in here or not. I think I only have like 2 or 3 mods, period. Because honestly, until the Gabby situation and Darlene, I didn't really need mods because like I'm pretty low drama. So, all right, I'm gonna pop this. Oh wait, shit! I forgot the crab meat. Pop that out. That's the other half of the bag. If anybody wants to hear some Sarah McLachlan commercial, look, Q in the arms of an angel. My God, the poor dog. Somebody come save her. How tall is he? You want to say? How tall are you? 6'7".
Do you have to get in the shower?
No.
I am.
Okay. Did you see the other dips on the table?
Mm-hmm.
This is the last crab rangoon. Your uncle's 6'9". Damn, that's big. Now I'm finishing up a couple of dips and then I'm tidying up the counter. What time is it? 7? Because we'll probably leave here at what, 8?
8? We can.
Or earlier or later.
Either way.
Oh. Either way.
It takes 15 minutes to get there. So.
Anybody that's local, we are going to the cigar bar in downtown Fort Myers tonight. Our goddaughter sings with her band. So if you're local, you are...
Live on Henry.
Yes, live on Henry. This used to be... is he in the band as well? He's... Technically, no, he's not in the band. However, he's been getting up there singing with the band, singing some Pantera. We went karaokeing. Our kids talk. My 18-year-old is 6'5", 6'5", and our 15-year-old is like 5'8", 5'9"-ish. So yeah, they're pretty tall. All right, I'm gonna go pop this in. And I still need to add my flour to my cookies, so I'll be doing that. I got side tracked a little bit here and there. Basketball kids, right? They were football boys. They did football when we lived in Ohio, and then when we moved here My youngest did flag football for a little bit and then decided that it wasn't the same. And football down here is different because of the weather, and I don't know. His autism holds him back a little bit from that type of stuff. It's where we've noticed the most issues is in situations like that. Hey Kaylee, I just got done making, here I'll show you. So I made a crab rangoon dip. Then I'm making the like wonton egg roll fried things tomorrow for that. We made a pizza dip. Absolutely, Tammy. How's it look, Tam? Pizza dip. Tam's in the chat. Here's your crab rangoon dip. And here is your jalapeno popper dip. Kaylee, all right, come from Ohio. Bring the kids. Yay. There's the jalapeno popper dip. And I'm making another crab rangoon dip. Why? Because you're my favorite and it's my gift to you. So now you will still have 2 crab rangoon dips, if you know what I mean. Who just shut the door? That's true, because you can't see him. Builded. He's getting in the shower. Our room is in there, so he's getting in the shower. So Tammy, you'll have who's coming from Ohio? I wish Kaylee was. Kaylee has been was my neighbor girl when she was little girl. Oh my God, I feel so old. She was. It is easy. It will be easy. That's why I make it look easy. It'll be easy for you too. Kaylee was my little neighbor girl when she was little. You're from Dayton? Okay. Yeah, I do come to Ohio a couple times a year. I do cook in Ohio too. But she lived next door to me for quite a few years. And yeah. So she's like one of my kids. How far am I away from Tampa? About 2.5 hours. Okay. Now, this one she is using to gift somebody or to take to somebody. So I don't want to put the sauce on top of it just because I don't know if it'll get all yucky sitting. So what I'm going to do is just smear this really, really good. And then I'm going to put the lid on it. And what I'll do is I will include the sweet Thai chili sauce to put on top of it. So that way when they're ready, they can put this on it either before or after cooking. I just don't want it to get all yucky. Stupid. Okay, I know where that's at. All right, so we got our 4 dips done. You know much, I'm actually sharing them at Captiva tomorrow and taking Betty's home. That's why I knew you wanted to take Betty's home, and you shouldn't have to pay for that, girl. I'll help get my business name out. So yeah, so I was like, okay, I'm making her 2 anyway. So that way you don't have to share all of yours. And I will be up in the morning and I will be here all day cooking and all of that good stuff. The crab dip. I do the crab dips for about 20 minutes or so, just enough to get it bubbly and warm, melts the cheese, and it's good to go. And then I do the wonton wrappers that you can fry. I'm going to make those in the morning so they're really fresh. And then I also do like a baguette cut up and tortilla chips for the dips. Gibson, Florida. All right. Very cool. Very cool. I love you so much, Tam. I appreciate you. Tam is my first local, like real local customer. She was my first like OG type situation. So she's been around and I am so appreciative of that because it's hard to like, you know, venture out and do your own business and all that stuff, especially right now with the economy. And, you know, I try to make my stuff good and affordable because not everybody has a ton of money to spend on stuff. So I try to make stuff as good as I can, as affordable as I can. If she makes, Janie, if she makes the crab dip, you'll have to let me know if she likes it. I absolutely love it. Tammy's been wanting to order it, but I told her to wait because I needed it. Where have I? Oh, nice. I know. All right. But I told her I needed to make sure I liked it and play with it a little bit. And now I was ready to sell it. And even though I sell it, I still share my recipes. So I try not to gatekeep. Oh, no more room for that. All right. What's up? Like Michael Myers standing there, bro. Scared me a bit. I wrote something to do. Oh, okay. I can look at it. The crab dip, what I put on top of that was this sweet Thai chili. And it gives it just a little bit of kick and a little bit of sweet. I don't know if you've ever had like crab rangoons. If you use the wonton wrappers fried and scoop it with this, that tastes just like you had a crab rangoon dipped in this stuff. If you're not sure if you like it or not, stick some of this in the, in the little container on the side if you wanted. Thank you, Tam. Tam's had some of my goodies, that's for sure. What's up?
You have any idea for it now?
No. Haven't thought that much ahead. Do you have any thoughts on your dinner?
Yeah.
Huh? No? All right. Well, we can figure it out. It's no big deal. Tam, it's all I could do to not scoop some of that dip out for myself. So if you come to pick it up and it's all eaten out of, it's because I couldn't control myself. Now I'm just trying to tidy all my stuff up. So that way tomorrow we can have some more cooking. Just easier to do it. Let's see, I'll move my table here so I'm not out. Oh, look at these cute little, I am not taking, can you imagine? Well, when I get back from the cigar bar later, who knows, I might want, no, I'm kidding. Look at how cute these are. They're little heart-shaped marshmallows, and I got them at Aldi, and I love them. I do enjoy my kitchen quite a bit. I got these to put on, or put with my Valentine orders. Look at these cute little, yeah, I do be liking, I did get these from Dollar Tree because it has the pink sanding sugar. There's Barbie heads, which I don't necessarily like, but I like these. They're little hearts and mint green and all that stuff, so pretty good for $1. What's up? He's in the shower.
Oh.
He doesn't want bothered by the types of you.
Well, the game pass got canceled.
Why?
Cause I don't know.
Okay.
So I was gonna ask him about that.
Well, when he gets out of the shower, he can. Because who knows?
Fun.
Aren't they cute? I might try to make these little bears. It's like an Oreo, and then you glue like little ears to it with mini Oreos, and then you dip it, and then it's like a bear head. I don't know. I could dip it in chocolate. That's a good idea. Hey, things are looking out. Maybe I will. I haven't even dipped anything. I was going to dip some stuff today, but we got to talking and having fun. I do need to add the rest of my flour to my cookies and mix those up so I can refrigerate. You guys are amazing. Oh my God, almost to 100,000. That is crazy. You guys are amazing. Okay, so I need 5 cups of flour altogether over here.
I get to play the beans.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, so I did that with Hello Kitty Cake Pops. Oh yeah. So we're gonna go over and add our flour to this so we can get this going, or get this finished up. right, 3 cups of that in there. I'm gonna tidy up while that mixes. Gotta get all the stuff done at once as I try to do. All right, I got my cookies, the cookie dough made. Opie, you're serious, aren't you? Okay, so this is, I'm gonna wipe off this area because we had some peppers and stuff like that. We don't want that to change the flavor or get little jalapeno bite in there. Now I'm using regular multi-purpose cleaner right now because I'm not gonna be making any food on here. Now, when I make food on my counter, so like when I roll the caramels for my pretzels and whatnot, I actually use a hydrogen peroxide to clean it. So just so you guys know, if you're ever making food and you want to clean your counters, hydrogen peroxide is the way to clean it and keep it food safe without risking of contamination to your food. But keeping a clean kitchen is talking epilepsy. Sorry, I stepped away from my phone. Yeah, we can do that. I can check my messages if you want, because I'm literally getting ready to hop down because we're leaving. But if you want, message me again, and then so your messages are at the top. And are you available tomorrow at all? Okay, so this dough, I did 2 batches because I was paying attention. Okay, great. Message me so that way your messages are at the very top of my stuff, because believe me, lately stuff has been coming in like crazy. And I'll get with you because I just want to talk to you. I'm so organized. I have learned to be. Okay, so I have my, you're welcome, honey. So I have my parchment paper and I'm going to sprinkle it with flour. And then your dough is going to be a little bit sticky, which is fine. And that's why we're putting some flour down. Now, remember, I have clean hands, so I'm touching it. If I didn't have clean hands, I would not be touching this. So we're getting all of the dough off, and I'm going to scrape the bowl. Now, I could have added a little bit more flour, and that would make it a little less sticky, which is fine, right? But we're going to use flour on the surface of the cutting or of the counter as well. So then what happens is you have to put flour on the surface, and then you're adding that to your recipe on top of the amount of flour you have in the recipe, and then they dry out and they're all just yucky. So it's definitely pulled together. The other thing is I could let this mix longer and it would have came together a little bit more. I personally want mine to mix the least amount of time as possible, because the more you mix it, the more dry and the more like tough your cookie dough is gonna get. So it's just the texture changes. So when I roll my cookies out, I only roll the dough out like 2 tops, maybe 3 times, or I'll add like new dough to the one that I already have rolled out. And that is to keep my cookie dough from getting like a really my dough for my sugar cookies, and it just keeps the texture good. I don't know. I don't like a tough cookie, especially with my sugar cookie cutouts. So then I just sprinkle some more on top. And again, this is why we did not want the flour to begin with.